torch me? We'll send someone in.
Hey, hippies. Hello. Hello, hello. Hey, be still, Heather, Okie, Peach. Peach. Fixing to snap. Small wildflowers, Heather B. Peachy, Zen. What up, girl? Catherine, Nicole. Hey, guys. Gang, gang. Hey, Penny. Hey, True Texan. Hey, Rock a Bit. Bushes can wait. Hey, yep. Yeah, y'all make sure to hit those likes for me or dislikes, whatever you choose. Nicole B, girl, I finally got a notification. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much for that super chat.
Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Move that ass. Let the right go work that ass. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. Brandy, hello. Hey, Nunya. Funya, Nunya. Fragile. Kate the Great. I love y'all. Hey, Mama. We're going to review some reviews. Here comes Daddy. Welcome, everybody. Hello. Make sure you hit that thumbs up or thumbs down for your girl. I feel a little better tonight. Can y'all tell? I bet, Kate. I bet. Yo, I took Kaden stayed with Mom tonight. You know, she lives like right down the road from me. And we had when we got home, it was already getting close to dark. So, and poor bless her heart, Patsy, I told y'all she's ditzy as shit. Like last night I had to crawl through the jungle and get her because I seen her sleeping. Like when we got back, she wasn't in the coop. It had just got dark. And instead of going into the coop, she went into the jungle and went to sleep. So I had to crawl through the jungle and get her last night. Needless to say, it was getting dark when we were here and we pulled up to the coop to put the chickens up. And then Caden decided he wanted to go to Mom's. So I was like, okay, well, I'll run you down there. And instead of putting her up, I just let her ride with me. Y'all, she is the best car riding chicken ever. Oh, shit. Who's coming here? Sassy 7. Welcome to the hippie hut. Thank you, Heather Beachy. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. Heather B. Beachy gifted 5 memberships. If you got one, make sure to thank her. Oh, shit. Okie coming in. Gifted 5 memberships. Make sure you thank her. Thank you, girls. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the hippie hut, man. Let's vibe.
Let's vibe. Hey, Deb. Hey, leave it to Bieber. TLC is me. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. Hey, Steph B. Yeah, she rode to Mom's house with me, and she just sat in my arm like no big deal. Mom got to love on her a little bit. Like, I'm obsessed with Patsy. If I could keep her in the house, I sure enough would. Yeah, make sure you hit the thumbs up or thumbs down, guys. Whichever you prefer. Whichever you prefer. So I don't know. Most people have seen Bullhorn Betty's rant about JLR. I was gonna go over it yesterday. The vibe was off. I was not feeling good yesterday. So I put it off, and then I was listening to Granny's Watching and Dolly today. I listened to both of them cover it, and I thought it was so funny, like, because I found myself talking to Granny while she was reacting to it. So I am going to react to Granny reacting to Bullhorn. Okay. What's up, Andy? What up, Rebel? I am feeling a little better. I don't sound better, like voice wise, but I am feeling a little better. We love Patsy. Hey, Queen Bella. I can't with that chicken, man. I love her so damn much. Hey, Irish. Hey, can we not? Can we just stop that? No. Nala. Come here. Come in here with me. Come in. Come on. Come on. Lay down. Where's your fat girl? Hey, you're going to unplug my charger. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Move. You're going to unplug my charger. Thank you. That's good. Yeah, you just stay right there. Yeah. Hey, Grandma. There she is, the Irish badass. Okay, so let's cue this up. Let's see. All right. I don't know if I need to speed her up. I don't think I do, but I will just a little. Nala, stop. This dog's gonna drive me insane. All right, y'all ready? Get ready for this.
Betty went live. She was angry. She had a lot of stuff to say. I should just go back to the gym and give up. Oh, my goodness. Today is not my J. Oh. Hit the thumbs up if you think this is a shit show.
Yeah.
Like a rookie all over again. Yes. I am the most, I'm not illiterate, but I do pronounce.
Listen, I've always known who Granny's Watching was when I first came over here. And I have found myself enjoying, like, when was it? When she did the Danilo Cavalcante coverage. Like, I found myself enjoying Granny's Watching. So I'm super glad I gave her a chance. I will drop her channel, actually. Let me do that right now before we keep on. She's so cute. And listen, like, this live, she did so good on it. She had me giggling like I was wanting to. Oh shit, Nunya, you went live 21 minutes ago? Are you kidding me? I had no idea. Anyways, I just hate that she gets drug around by, I guess, TT and Brittany J and Voices, like, because when she's not responding to them and she's doing other shit, it's so good. So good. Let me get her. Just the usual shit show, you know? Oh, no, Nanya. Do I need to cover your live too, Nanya, while we're here? Granny's good people. I love Granny. And then I was listening to her, you know, I've been listening to her um a lot recently, even when she's covering the voices and Brittany J stuff. Nunya had a fun stream and I missed it. Fun ya Nunya. I'm gonna need like an alert, maybe like a Discord alert or a text, maybe a quick little phone call. Include a bitch in, like clue me in. Come on, fun ya Nunya. I missed it. Hey, PMB. Hello. All right, let's keep going. Did I drop Granny's link? Yeah, I did. I'll actually I'm going to pin it. Okay, that's Granny's link at the top. Let's keep going.
Words wrong. That's okay. I am human, like the rest of you. I say human correctly, though. All right, so Betty goes live. The title is SF Investigates JLR, and she goes right into it. There's something wrong with me. All right, so let's play it. Let me get my sound up. Man, what a mess. What a mess. All right.
In the same room. I'm not going to allege anything what they may or may not be doing.
So she starts off by mentioning the woman's name, and then she says, I am not going to human. I am not going to allege anything. And then she proceeds to allege all the things. And I mean all the things.
All the things. Like Betty held back none, zero, zip, zilch. And I'll tell you what I think about her reasoning for this later on.
You know, Jay Renee, exactly. We're human.
Human.
Some of the words I feel like they whoever wrote them, they spelled them wrong. I'm pronouncing correctly, they're pronouncing incorrectly, but who am I to argue? You know,
hey,
who am I going to argue with the dictionary? Another creator did raise funds to buy me a dictionary, so you guys are all lucky. I expect that dictionary in the mail any day now. After all, you raised the money under those pretenses. She makes an ass out of herself every day. All of this about JR to get revenge on him wasn't even him who struck her. Yeah, I felt like she just wanted an excuse to get this all out, right? Thank you,
so too. I agree. I think she was upset and butthurt over the way he treated her / didn't treat her the other day when she was in South Carolina for the Murdaugh trial thing. So I think she's used to, like, when she goes out to stuff like that, if JLR is going to be there or be around, she's used to, like, the top-notch treatment. And she didn't get that this time. He didn't even acknowledge her. And if it was my friend and they didn't acknowledge me, don't get me wrong, my feelings would be hurt too. But shit, like, I think she's just upset and she is emotionally reacting. And she should be very, very careful. We'll touch on that some more in a little bit.
All right, let's hear it.
But when I was out at the front row truck.
Oh, shit. Amethyst Wolf coming in hot with 10 gifted memberships. Make sure to thank her if you got one of them. Thank you, Amethyst. I appreciate that so much. So much, baby.
Welcome to the Hippie Hut.
Welcome to any new members. Glad to have you. Y'all are so sweet. Okay, let's keep going.
Allie, she was rubbing his back, and when I asked him for a pen, he went inside her purse when she was not standing there. So I don't know what that says to everybody else here on the streets of YouTube, but to me that implies a little more of a personal relationship.
I agree.
All right, so not the purse, y'all. He went.
I agree. It doesn't mean that they're like doing it or like together like that, but very close, very personal for him to be going in purses. Like, I could tell my dad, hey, Dad, grab this out of my purse, and he's not going to fucking do it. He's just not going to. I could tell my cousins that. I could tell anybody. Tony's the only one that will actually go through my purse. I don't like to go through Mom's purse if she asks for something, or if like I put my phone in her purse when we're going somewhere. It's just which is, I guess that's a Southern thing. You don't fucking do that. So I get her using this as an example.
Into the purse. So he went into the purse. Betty is not going to imply anything, as she's implying all the things.
All the
And
things.
yeah, not the purse. Not the purse. He went into the purse.
Not the purse. JLR doesn't seem the type to care. What do you mean about what Betty's doing? I think he cares a lot. He won't show it. We'll never know. But I think he does. And I think he'll be pulling some shit in the background. Abso-fucking-lutely. If that's what you're talking about. Not the damn purse. Hubby did it one time, and that was it. He never went in again.
Now, it was later confirmed he did not strike her.
I never knew that he was going to take an opportunity to try to take my channel down by the use of SF Investigates in the war I'm having with him. I truly don't believe this is SF Investigates, and here's why. Because
And here's why. Slowly dug her hole, and now...
Here's the thing. If you're struck, you're told who struck you and what they struck you for, what part of the content they struck you for. So obviously it's going to say if it's from Jonathan Lee Riches. So I don't know. I don't understand why she's saying it could have been SF or JLR. Like, okay, yeah, it could have been either one, but you would know who it was. So, and
she's just putting the dirt on it. Why is any of that her business out to the public? Has nothing to do with her and who JR is dating. Amen. Which is why I thought it was insane that she started with, she's not going to make any of these accusations. And then she proceeds to do an hour of accusations.
Yeah. It's kind of like a soft docs a little bit. I think it kind of was, because everybody knows who Marigold is, right? You see her mod in JLR chat if you ever watch any of his lives. So that's not shocking, but like she went into other things that she shouldn't have.
I wonder what kind of purse she carries. It was a woman that struck her. And she knows how strikes go. You can't just put any name on there. Like you have to prove that you are you. A lot of times strikes won't even go through.
Yeah.
Because I've been posting these things on Twitter, and why they may be flagged or whatever, they're not coming down on Twitter, and that's his channel. So, Steve, you're wrong. You're not a Florida PI, a Florida PI, a Tennessee PI. Oh, and that brings me to my next thing.
Yes, I will absolutely pull out a word a day that people can be educated from. Scorpio's thing. I have a feeling I really won't be receiving this dictionary, but given the money was raised for a dictionary for me, I think I should, right? Don't you guys agree?
Well, that's what I was about to say. The only way he could strike her under a different name is if he has another YouTube account monetized and with the what's it called, AdSense and stuff like that. Like, you got to have a legit YouTube account to be able to strike her, I believe. Like, I don't know, I could be wrong on that.
JR was blown out. Oh, stop that.
We'll get on to Steve because we got a lot to talk about with JLR. He is not going to.
Oh, let's pause again real quick. Steph B came in with 10 memberships. Thank you, babe. Let's watch George twerk that ass.
Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Move that ass. Let the right go work that ass. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on.
Thank you, baby. Make sure you thank Steph B if you got one of those memberships.
Intimidate me. He is not going to pressure me behind the scenes, and he is not going to shut my mouth. Let me tell you that right now. And I know he's watching.
So she did later go on, Chronicles. She did later go on and admit that she was wrong and that he is licensed. But you can't hear this video again. It was no name. I don't know what you mean, hon. I'm sorry. So she did admit that she was wrong. He is licensed.
He pushed me way over the edge. And now your secrets are not mine to keep.
Yeah, wishful thinking.
You don't
Hold
come in
up.
after me and take my channel. And I know it was you because this is
Yeah, she threatened that girl after she found out who it was that struck her. Like, what? Betty, you are unraveling. But listen, I'm going to play the devil's advocate right here. Don't hate me. Don't come for me. But she is kind of nonstop fucked with. Like, wouldn't you think, like, if I woke up every single day seeing something negative about me being put all over YouTube, I think I'd go a little crazy too and come in unhinged. So, I mean, I got to think about that when going over her, because she's psychotic and she's her own worst enemy. And she's the biggest, baddest badass in her life. Like, it's a bad combination, man.
is the same strategy you used against burnt toast. And I
Oh, so she's spilling all the deets, right? This is the same strategy you used against burnt toast. Don't get me in trouble, Jason. This video was yesterday. Now, unfortunately, I had to hurry up and grab another device to record it. So I didn't record its entirety because that's a long thing to record. But I got most of the juice, right? I got most of the juice. Now, right now, she's talking about his one moderator, as if everybody couldn't figure out that he has just one moderator, that person is something special, right? SF did say that he helped the woman with the copyright claim. It had nothing to do with JR. And here she is filling all of his personal shit.
I know that because you told me. Again, your secrets are not mine to keep. Your shenanigans behind the scenes while you have this facade in front of people, again, is not my secrets to keep, John.
So, as you can tell, he had a facade. Anybody remember that? I said facade instead of facade. Anyway, he had this facade. She said, so it sounds to me like, and I'm not one of the people that hate Betty. I do not hate Betty one bit, but this does reek of jealousy. This does sound like, you know, like, oh, you're keeping up this facade and you got all these dirty secrets behind the scenes. And it has never been a surprise to anybody, Betty, maybe aside from you, that JR does shit behind the scenes. Matter of fact, some would argue that you were a culprit to those behind the scenes things.
Exactly.
So the way she's shouting it all out does sound more like,
girl, you was sitting with them this whole time, but it's just now bothering you. It's just now affecting you. Okay. That makes sense.
she's, you know, it's a little jaded, if you will.
Jonathan Lee Riches actually has tried to silence me politically. He told
There it is, politically. So they've been having this little back and forth for however long, having to do with their political stance over in Florida. If you all recall, Betty was saying that she first met JLR at a political place. They were actually protesting against abortions. She didn't want to tell everybody that, but that's what it was. And that's where they first met. And when they met, I guess he took a liking to her, invited her to come search for Gabby Petito, and the rest is history. We have Bullhorn Betty here with us on the tubes. They helped each other, right? Let's face it. They were a team. They helped each other. She was aware of his dirty deeds. She didn't care. He didn't care. Now we get to hear it all. That's why I can't stand when people do like, you know, oh, I'm going to show you all what they were doing behind the scenes.
Yeah,
but you
was
supported
part
it.
of it. Yeah.
You supported it. You didn't give a fuck until you no longer like the person.
Yeah, until you get upset with them. Then it's like, oh, how dare they? This is what they're doing. Da, 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 da. Like, come on. Like, miss us with that shit, Betty.
Right? I mean, come on.
Told me that if I come clean, and this is why I've kept my mouth shut, that he was going to damage me politically. At this point, I don't give a shit. If they're going to take him over me, then
if they're going to take him over me, I believe what she's talking about is like her council, her city council maybe, or the first thing I thought of when I heard her say that was the Front Row Joes, because they're all like this. It's the same group that travels rally to rally to rally. So, and they kind of all work and commingle together. So that's what I thought of when I heard her say that. I don't. That's a good question, Queen Bella. I don't know, like, because I was thinking earlier, what is that he could have done for Bullhorn for where she needed to give him her whole social and her driver's license number? I can't think of anything. So why? Why? Like how? Why does he have your social? Like that is a very dangerous situation. Like if you know what JLR was in prison for, this is not a good thing that he has that information of Betty's. So she needs to, I don't know, I wouldn't say go to the police, but she does kind of need to go to the police to put a record or make a record that she does have somebody that she's, having a tiff with that does have her personal information. That way, if something does happen, there's a record that she made it known beforehand. Allegedly, in my opinion. That's right, Nunya. My bad. That's not. That's right. Oh my God. The only thing I like about BHB is that one pic, the one she's wearing a choker that says fuck me. You think so, Texan? I don't know. But see, that's the thing. You smell a troll in this. JLR is a troll. He's an undercover troll, though.
Thank you so much, KNS. So Chronicle says, so what? Thank you. I can't see on my end who received them, but I really appreciate that. KNS just donated 10 memberships. Thank you. Hey, River. So what happened was this girl gave a private video of her interview with a detective to 2 people. One of those people posted it to Facebook. Betty took the video from Facebook and reposted it. So the woman whose private video was turned around and struck. Well, I guess her political stand-in within the political community, I don't know. JLR is making good coin. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Why does he have her social? Very good question. All right, so let me rewind it back.
Damage me politically. At this point, I don't give a shit. If they're going to take him over me, then I don't need to be a part of it anyways, period. Because he's a felon, he's still on felony probation, and he's doing a lot of damage behind the scenes, not only to me, but to other people.
Now, that's some weak ass shit to throw out that he's a felon. But you knew he was a felon when you were cool with him. Everybody knows he's a felon, but now she uses that against the guy. But while she's out there saying, Jonathan said to stay longer, so I'm going to stay longer, she didn't care that he was a felon then. You know what I mean?
Felony probation, and he's doing a lot of damage behind the scenes, not only to me, but to other people.
She said, Jonathan told me to stay longer, so I'm going to stay longer. That was in Georgia. That was in Savannah. I don't. Yeah, it's shitty that she's calling out that he's a felon, but if you really think about it, like, what is he a felon for? Fraudulent activity. So, I don't know, I'd be kind of nervous.
People to keep his secrets hushed. And I'm done. I'm not going to be playing these games.
Oh.
And as a matter of fact, I will be. There's things I'm not going to be discussing on here.
So she tells us about his personal life, but she doesn't tell us exactly what he's doing behind the scenes. She doesn't ever tell us that. I want to know what he's doing.
I agree, Fragile.
That has her. So I don't care about his personal business, right? I first off, he's a male creator. And a lot of male creators keep a facade that they're single because the females swoon over them.
Hey, Rami.
You know what I mean? It's actually good business to do so. So she brings all of this up. Hey, Bonnie.
No, he won't go public, Zen. No. He wants to keep it as professional as he can up front in front of people, but he'll be doing some shady shit in the background. I guarantee it.
Screams that he's a felon on felony probation. She's just going low, quite frankly.
I'll allege him. I'll allege a few things, but the rest of it, I'm taking to the law enforcement. I'm over it. And you're not going to take my channel. And if you do, so what? We'll build a new one.
She is hurt, Zen. I agree. That's why I said she's reacting out of emotions.
We'll build a new one. This is going to be clipped and sent all over the internet anyway. So I'm going to take this time before any more damage, before he can damage me any further. I'm going to take the.
So right there, you hear it, right? Before he damages me any further, I'm going to take all the time to go ahead and expose it all. She is just throwing it all out there. She has always praised him, right, Kiko?
Yeah, always.
Literally, Davis. He's probably doing all the things she's accusing QB of doing to her. Good point. Good point. Very well could be. This will be extremely bad for the lawsuit. Oh, she's in. She admits in here all the behind the scenes stuff she said QB was doing was actually JRL the whole time. Really dumb. Wow, really interesting. All right, let's hear it.
I don't know.
To come clean. But before we do, I'm going to go ahead and play something for you because I've got to address yet another asshole on the streets of. Oh, look. Hi, guys. Let's see what we'll stay here long enough for me to wave to you guys. I know you guys see me in my screen, but you guys can't even see me. I'm just waving at my screen. Hold on. You guys will see it in a second. Now you'll see. So there I am. So now I'm going to wait. There I am. See, I'm waving in the screen. Look at that. Look at Bullhorn Betty live on.
Look at it. Look at it. Bullhorn Betty live, right? We see it. She wanted all of this out, as you can hear. 1 second, guys. Give me one quick second.
Twitter, live on Twitter. Why? Because we're exposing two a-holes that have just muddied the waters, haven't they? So first, without further ado,
I agree,
our
Be Real.
liar, pants on fire. Steve, SF investigates. We say
Bitch, stop yelling, man.
Licensed in the state of Tennessee are a
I'm gonna cut it down
buddy.
until she
We
talks
do not believe.
about
I'm gonna demand
JLR
receipts at this
again.
point. Now, I could be wrong. Bullhorn Betty has made mistakes, and I own the mistakes I make, but I don't.
Do you?
So here's and like I said, listen, hey, Pecan Pie, I don't have a hate for Betty. I don't have a hate for Betty at all.
I don't
She is
either.
truly giddy. That was giddiness. She is giddy at the idea that she is about to expose that SF doesn't have.
I
Isn't
know,
licensed, but
Zen.
he
In
is.
one ear, I
He
know.
is. I mean, look at the
Without
giddiness.
further ado, our liar, pants on fire. Steve, SF investigates.
Jeffrey.
We say your allegations of being licensed in the state of
Hey,
Tennessee
Jeffrey.
are a lie, buddy.
So here's the thing. So not only was she happy and giddy about exposing this about him, but she was absolutely wrong. And because he is a professional, he absolutely can take that and do something with it, Betty. So you should really, again, I'm not coming from a place of hate. You should really think twice before you act this way.
I agree.
It's a little wild.
We do not believe. I'm going to demand receipts at this point. Now, I could be wrong. Bullhorn Betty has made mistakes, and I own the mistakes I make.
No, you
I don't
don't.
like being called a liar when I do my due diligence. Let's play and see what we found out. Shall we, Steve?
See, Betty, you covered yourself there saying I could be wrong, but then you followed it with you did your dual. Wait, what? Has JR sent her a cease and desist letter yet? Probably. Diligence, but you didn't. But you did it because you were wrong. Now, she did later admit, I will say, she did admit that she was wrong. Just took her the next live stream.
Hey guys, Bullhorn Betty here. So I really get irritated about lies. I get irritated about people covering up their BS, and I get very irritated with people trying to call me a liar when I do my due diligence. I have checked the Department of Tennessee website. There is no Stephen Fisher. Stephen Fisher is not licensed in the state of Tennessee. If he's not on that list, he's not licensed. This is the email that I just received from one of my mods that was posted by Steve Fisher. Check it out. Capturing the moment when Bullhorn Betty realizes I'm indeed licensed in Tennessee. It's the ultimate irony. Her entire live broadcast intended to discredit me backfires spectacularly. And
Chronicle says, I handed her this website in my comment section. That's how she found this website. Even handed her his license number, but she was spelling his first name wrong. It's Steven, not Steven. She must have been exhausted after all that research.
only served to
All
spotlight
that
her own
research.
profound
Let's
stupidity.
fast forward
So
through
I'm gonna be
SF.
shocked when I find out that he is to verify insurance.
She cursed things first before speaking. Very deep in her.
Stephen Fisher is no. I don't see any.
Lord.
Call whether or not it has been
All right, let me pause. Manufacture beef or will not go through publicity. You're absolutely correct. No way JR is going to take this. Is going to roll over and take this. It's glorious. He just may. She is now BBB. Bye bye Betty.
No.
Bye bye bye.
Bye, bye, bye. No, he's not gonna roll over and take this. We probably won't know what he does though.
Bye bye bye. It's not that she's wrong, it's that she's wrong consistently and is arrogant about it. And this is one of the first times she's ever actually apologized for being wrong.
Hey, second chance.
I'm no fan of the SF, but imagine him trying to find a receipt for her. Like, what could he even do at this point? Betty was pushed to the edge. She deserves everything she has coming. We don't claim her. She's an idiot. I found it right away. Normally, she just pretends it didn't happen. Maybe she knew this is why I had a couple of disagreements with her. There's being somebody that you want people to trust for research. You know what I mean?
Done. We'll find out. We'll definitely find out. Good morning, the real Me Too, Manic Mama. I'm sorry we're over here. Mel C, I see you. Nice to see you. Danellen, hopefully I got that. Screaming Mimi. I hope you guys share this all over the place because here's what happened. I didn't realize that, Jonathan, well, I have realized because he does this to all of his women. He keeps them very secret. They're his dirty little secret, okay?
Uh-oh.
Magnolia out there with
Not Not his dirty little secrets. Jesus Christ.
JLR's out there being a player.
Like, dirty little
Jonathan,
secrets.
I learned that Magnolia has cancer. Okay.
See, why would you put that out there?
All right, so a few things here. The way Betty says all that tells me that she was kept a dirty little secret. Yes, energy
Yes, she
candle
was.
ashtray. If you're going to be in my chat, please come in under a different name. Don't go after somebody's business. Not in my chat, please. The way she says that, like, you'll be his dirty little secret, makes me feel like she was a dirty little secret. To then go on and say that she has cancer, that's nobody's business. Nobody's.
Good
Betty,
night,
you're wrong for this.
Swindig.
She got the hot tea in her hand. She is spilling it all.
Spilling it.
Unbelievable.
I didn't realize that, Jonathan, well, I have realized because he does this to all of his women. He keeps them very secret. They're his dirty little secret. Okay. So when I saw Magnolia out there with Jonathan, I learned that Magnolia has cancer. Okay. And I don't know what type. I just, it was told to me. So it's obviously
That's not our business. We don't need
It
to
was
know
told
that.
to me, therefore it's public information. Come on, Betty. You can't do better than that. Just because it was told to you does not mean it's public information.
JLR got his hands all over the place.
And so I had just had it. Okay. I really had just had it with his
Oh,
shenanigans.
look at that
with all these women
avatar.
and everything like that.
Damn, it's pecan pie. Oops. Sorry. It just happened to land on you. Oh, if you can't beat them, join them.
I just want to let you ladies know whenever he's
See, how many of you, do I need to make a poll? How many of you feel like she was one of his women that he did not choose? And here we have it. Here we have her spilling out.
Oh, tell hubby hello, and we love him.
About the women part. She's saying like his shenanigans, but the women.
Shenanigans with all these women and everything like that.
The shenanigans with all these women. That is what? It's not your business.
Shenanigans with all these women, say it ain't fucking so. Oh.
The man got damn side pieces. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought that? Okay? Who would have thought this man had all these women around the world like this?
Who would have thunk it?
Unless you were one of those women, and now you are upset. You are angry. You are jealous.
Oh, Georgia Peach.
Scorned love.
Thank you so much, love. Thank you for that. Let's watch George shake that ass.
Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Move that ass. Let the right go work that ass. Twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk that ass. Come on.
Shake those bushes, baby. Shake them. Thank you, Georgia Peach. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you thank Georgia if you got one of her memberships. The new chicken's good. I did a live this morning with her. Holla. Make sure you go check it out. I did too, perfectly. I did too. I am very shook by this news. I feel like there's half truths in this whole thing. Like there's some things that are true, and there's some things that aren't.
Stacy. Yep. All right. So we get it. What makes you think that, Amy? Hey, White Boy Moves, I was looking for you. Thank you so much for sending the gift cards for the kids for Christmas for the theater. Thank you.
Oh, that was nice.
That really meant a lot. Thank you.
See, that's what matters right now. That's priority right now, is giving and helping people. And I just want to say I'm super proud of our little community, the hippies, the hippie hut. I'm so proud of them. Like, they are in that Discord for the past like 4 days, getting wish lists like taken care of, like checking everything off these lists of people in our own community who need help. And I love that and I appreciate it. And it doesn't go unnoticed, guys.
Honestly, don't care who he is dating. I was pissed she had me sticking up for JR. Trying to instigate JR with the bullshit, jealousy, vomit is gross. JR knows Betty has nothing to get in a lawsuit. Betty knows this too. That's why she's so happy. In my opinion, JR would best win by getting lawsuit, which is what she said he's going to aim to do. Here's my birthday.
JLR was the wife in prison. Oh. I think so too, Kelsey. Oh, thank you. Nana's not drunk. Listen, it's getting better. Like I feel great. It's just my throat's not great. He put me on some new allergy medicine, so hopefully that will help. And some Flonase. Oh my God, Sin, it's wonderful. It really is wonderful. It's what it's all about.
Twin. You don't think he ever dated her? I don't think they dated, but maybe they have relations. She sounds like she is a jealous.
Yeah,
Right.
I
She
agree.
does. She speaks of him like
Jelly Betty. It does seem like that, don't it? Like maybe they've had some sort of a relationship in the past and she feels betrayed right now. So, I mean, that's always a possibility. I can't even think it. I can't even imagine it. I'm sorry, PJ, but I could see Dolly and Bullhorn linking up before I could ever see JLR and Bullhorn. But maybe she's just territorial. Maybe they didn't hook up and she's just like territorial over them. I don't know. Anything's possible. We know this.
yeah, JR part of her team, so I don't know. Part of her team, eh? All right, you guys are gonna hate me, but I have to use the restroom, and I'm so sorry.
That's perfect,
I was gonna
Peach.
try to
Let's
hold
shake,
off, but
shake, shake,
I
shake,
got
shake
to
the
go.
bushes.
So
Shake,
give me
shake,
one
shake,
moment,
shake,
please.
shake,
Enjoy
shake the
my nice
bushes.
fire pit.
All right, let's fast forward through her pee break. Granny.
For all her,
I'm just kidding.
she's hurt. She will blow the whole thing up. That goes for all her relationships. Cancel culture is against free speech, free to give your opinion, free to watch who you want. The only one exception, my opinion, involves harm to kids. List of channels to take down is bullshit.
Oh,
Also, I agree with taking down
shit.
channels is bullshit.
Thank you, Peach. Stop. Stop, girl. Stop. I appreciate it. I love you. Let's shake, 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 shake them bushes.
Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Move that ass. Let the right go work that ass. Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Come on. Twerk, 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 twerk that ass. Come on.
Y'all, like, I literally dance to that every single time. I have the same dance every time. Thank you, Peach. Hey, Meg. George was getting it, wasn't he? Rock. Hey, 3 Dot. All right, let's keep it moving because I got stuffs to do tonight.
I will say some people don't deserve a platform, and while you have freedom of speech, you don't have freedom of consequence, right? And I guess one of those consequences is this cancel culture.
I just want to let you ladies know, whenever he steps away to have those conversations, he's talking to another woman. Aunt Mary is not Aunt Mary.
Aunt Mary.
Aunt Mary is his sugar mama, and she lives in Georgia.
Oh, shit.
Ooh,
Oh.
and that's coming out. So, whoa. All right. So now we need to know about Magnolia. We need to know about her health. And now we need to know about Aunt Mary.
The sugar mama in Georgia.
Wow, wow, wow. JR is asexual to me. Well, at least she's confirmed for all those that say JR is gay. You know, because a lot of people do run around saying he's gay. Never spoken at his personal life. He's always kept that
Oh, look, perfectly imperfect. We were just a little ahead of time.
behind the scenes, inappropriate for her to say, especially if they're suing QB for alleging she said things about her and Dolly. So, Mr. Lover. So I actually heard
Oh,
the other day
hold
people
up.
running around.
I gotta insert for that. Listen, okay, you ready? Let's see.
Life, he's always kept that behind the scenes, inappropriate for her to say, especially if they're suing QB for alleging she said things about her and Dolly. So, Mr. Lover.
Listen at her,
actually
Mr.
heard
Lover.
for alleging she said things
Listen, okay.
never spoken at his personal life. He's always kept that behind the scenes, inappropriate for her to say, especially if they're suing QB for alleging she said things about her and Dolly. So, Mr. Lover. So I actually heard the other day people are running around saying
Mr. Lover. Mr. Lover. I did that just for you, Granny. Just for you, bitch. When you said Mr. Lover, I was like, that is fucking perfect. A1.
JR had a girlfriend. And I'm like, well, why are people saying that? So I wonder if Betty was saying it prior to this stream here. Oh, gosh.
Oh, thank you, True Text. And how about some more likes, folks? Yeah, make sure you hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever your mood puts you at. Mr. Bombastic. I know, right, Aaron? I'm sorry. Mr. Lava. Mmm.
Yeah, just give us the chills here, why don't you? Woo. All right. I think this goes back to what I've always said, Kathy, is there is a thing where women are attracted to the online persona of, right? They see all these other women, they see
What
the
up,
competition.
Laura?
There is a power dynamic. Like a lot
I
of
said
people will
hey a
find-
minute ago, Truth Seeker. When you first came in, I said, hey, girl. Hey, girl, hey. And I'm not watching the comments constantly. Like, I'm flipping from screen to screen right now, back and forth. So I'm sorry if I miss you.
a news reporter, or they're somebody from a TV show. They find the personality of the TV, the actor, to be hotter than the actual physical appearance. Do you guys get what I'm saying here? So I'm thinking if that's the case, it has to be people that are just like fawning over what he does more so than him.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. Like, you guys ever see like a character in a show and you think he's hot for the personality, like not necessarily signing up, right?
Allege what they're doing, but they go to a cabin several times a year, and that's the.
There she goes again with the I'm not going to allege and proceeds to allege. You just did it again, Betty.
Oops, she did it again.
You started this whole stream off with you're not going to allege things, and then you allege that they're sleeping in a hotel room together. Now you're alleging that they sneak off together. I mean, you are a legend.
Whoa, Betty, she did not say a legend. She did not say you are a legend. She said you are alleging. I just wanted to clarify that.
That's very, very low blows here, Betty. Very low blows.
The house he's living in, okay? He does not own that home. That is the house that his sugar mama put him up
Hey,
in.
TP.
Okay?
Hey, bitch.
He
TP, bitch. I meant to message you back and I keep forgetting. I've had a hectic past few days, but I will message you back tonight. I did see your message. She's assuming, not alleging. Yeah, let's change the whole word so she doesn't get it confused. Because she's a legend in her own motherfucking mind. That's for sure.
He is on, and I found.
I am taking applications for a sugar daddy that can put me up in a house like that. Now, who didn't think? I mean, let's be honest. The guy is to the stream because I said she was rubbing his back. I thought it was so cute to actually see his girlfriend in real life. This is not the real Betty, but thank you for presenting.
Hey, Jan.
So she did say it prior. So, I mean, come on. The guy spent all these years in jail.
Probably.
It's nearly impossible once you're a felon. It is nearly impossible to get kind of out of that hole. So who really thought that JR had this nice big home and da-da-da? I mean, people already were, but here she goes telling it all. Yeah, come on. Well, what did she say? They sneak off a few times a year?
Okay. He does not own that home. That is the house. Her out in the woods. I'm not going to allege what they're doing, but they go to a cabin several times a year, and that's the house he's living in. Okay.
Hey, Smudler.
He does not own that home. That is the house that his sugar mama put him up in. Okay. He is on, and I found this out because he's lied to me for several years, telling me he was not on felony probation. Everybody kept saying it. I went to bat for him because that's what he told me. And come.
So here she goes, right? He is on felony probation, and I went to bat for him, and
yeah. I mean, you can look up everybody else, Betty, and see their criminal records. Hell, you gonna tell me you didn't check him out? Like, come the fuck on. Miss me with that lie. You knew what was up. Now you're trying to save face and be like, oh, no, I didn't listen to people when they said that. I tried to have his back. No, ho. Nuh-uh. It don't work that way.
Oh, Renee, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Jelly Betty
says he is on felony probation, right? Okay. So here's the thing. He does say he's not. But whose business is it really? At the end of the day, what do you everybody already, they did it to me, right? I was on probation, felony probation. They try to make it sound worse. Probation is probation. I was on probation and I had.
Damn, Granny, you a thug. You a thug, girl. She's so cute. She was on camera at the beginning of her stream. Look at her. She's so precious.
Dozens and dozens of people calling my probation officer, trying to have me put in jail for being on the internet. They said I was online associating with another. their hate's so stupid they blinded them. Let them know he's traveling. You don't think he has permission to travel?
Yeah, he
You
does.
think this guy is publicly traveling all over the states without permission? Come on. Don't call his PO. Stop it. Don't bother. These POs, probation officers, they have several more clients.
Yeah.
I was not a threat to this woman. She knew I wasn't a danger. Yeah, they actually deal with dangerous people. At this point in time, as creepy as you all may find JLR, he is not a danger. And him traveling these states is not endangering people. So let's not call.
Him traveling the states isn't endangering people, but the kind of weird shit he does behind the scenes, to me, endangers people. So we can agree to disagree on that one, Granny.
The probation officer, they have a lot of work to do.
To find out that was a lie. He does this shenanigans behind the scenes. So while I was sitting there researching what was going on and, you know, how many women, first of all, he's got some in Sarasota. He's got several in Tampa.
Look at her name in the states, bro.
Bruh, no. See, listen at her.
The man got damn side pieces. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought that? Okay? Who would have thought this man? He got hoes in different area codes. Area codes. He got hoes.
I've got hoes. I've got hoes in different area codes. Area codes.
Hoes.
She is naming the states.
Yeah, he did.
She's literally naming where they're located. Betty, you sound like a scorned secret lover.
Yep.
I'm sorry, you do.
Yep, she does.
She's reporting to Ellie that he was responsible for 2 people unaliving themselves. Yeah, we get to all that. I don't care about his personal life or the risk he chooses to take. I got better things to worry about. However, his content is genuine with good intent. Yeah. It is wasting resources. It's everybody who takes the time to call this man's probation officer, people that are posting this man's probation officer. You were given 0 shits for the career that probation officer has, because they deal with a lot more than just their one client.
Hey, Granny.
So let's stop.
I'm shocked who some of these people are.
I'm reviewing Betty, and I'm adding Dolly in there.
I got to be honest with you.
Oh.
And this is his thing. His facade is his secrecy. That's his power. So when we remove his secrecy, he no longer has power. And it's
Glenda, I didn't. I'll
to
check
me that
though.
something like
So removing his secrecy of being a single man, because he's not married, he's single. Well, parole and probation are 2 separate things. I don't know if he's on parole or not. He told me he's not on any probation, and quite frankly, I don't care if he is or isn't.
I don't either.
But how is telling his secrets that he is dating women? I mean, this reminds me of hold on, I got a song for this.
Oh, she's got a song too. Mr. Lover Lover. Mr. Lover Lover. Mr. Lover Lover.
We're going to take an intermission. How is this taking away his power by telling his secrets of, what he's doing in different states? It's nobody's business.
Mr. Bombastic. Mr. Lover Lover.
He's single. At the end of the day, he.
Oh, she's playing the song. Granny, I didn't even see this. Bitch, I didn't even see this part, and I added that as a little clip. Oh my God. I can't. How funny is that? I did the same thing. Oh, where's it at? Here it is.
He got hoes in different area codes. Area codes. He got hoes.
I've got hoes. I've got hoes in different area codes. Area codes. Hoes.
Oh, I love it. Great minds think alike.
That's what's coming to mind. He's single. He's not married. Let the man sleep around, Bets. Who cares? What's he got? One less in Florida now? I mean, what's the problem here? How's this taking away his power? If the women are willing to be with him without the commitment of, you know, a ring or anything in between, then who cares?
Him being with a girl turned out to me losing my channel for 7 days. But that's what it is.
What?
I knew he was going to come after me. I didn't know how hard, but I had to analyze the whole entire picture.
Hold up. Him being with a girl ain't got nothing to do with her losing her channel for 7 days. Come the fuck on.
And find out who's really coming after me. Is it?
Well, you didn't look at the picture clearly, Betty, because prior to you putting out this man's personal business about his hoes in different area codes, you got the
Did Granny say hoes in different area codes?
He got hoes in different area codes. Area codes. He got hoes.
I've got hoes. I've got hoes in different area codes. Area codes. Hoes.
information wrong. Good golly, you did all this for what? And then she's going to go on to say about how and fear she is. Well, really? Because you did all this without reasoning.
SF investigates. He's doing the warring on Twitter publicly. This is somebody that's behind the scenes sneaky, right? Somebody that probably puts on a nice facade for everybody. He hates kids. Not that he wants anything bad to happen to kids, but he
I feel like that's true. I really do. You don't see him cover many kids. I do feel like maybe he doesn't hate kids, but kids just aren't his thing, and that's okay. But see, like, I feel like there's a whole lot of emotional response with little sprinkles of truth.
hates kids.
Okay, the man hates kids. All right. Not that he wants anything bad to happen, but he hates kids. Well, why do we need to know that? Who cares? That I mean, did anybody really think JLR likes kids?
No,
I mean, really, who cares?
Care.
It's just like voices. She doesn't like kids either. So what? At the end of the day, if these idiots are going to play detective and they're going to play, advocates to help find a missing kid, who cares if they really like kids or not? I mean, really. How do you know he didn't get?
Thank you, True Texan. I don't even know how to do a soundboard.
Johnson.
I don't know how to do that. I can figure it out though.
Go after her oblivious. Well, and that's to be true. We don't know if he was doing stuff behind the scenes. We don't know. She can't be telling the truth.
We all hate kids. So what,
this
Betty?
facade that he's out there and doing things. He treats women like crap. One of his ex-girlfriends he beat. Okay.
See, now these are low blows, right? So what did he do? Did he treat you like crap, Betty? Now you're seeking revenge. One of his ex-women he beat. When all that came out, Betty, you stood behind him. I'm so sick of people weaponizing things they already knew. You didn't give a shit when that information was made public. So don't act like you care now. If you brushed it under the rug, then keep it under the rug. You do not get to weaponize things that you were A-okay with.
Harry
Sorry.
Meadows, I agree.
Right. The girl's name is on the strikes and SF investigates and maybe he helped her file that. Good Lord.
Fuck them kids.
He doesn't like kids, lives in a house, has one.
Hold up. We got something for that ass. Fuck them kids. Everything I see that I have a video for, I'm going to play it. Oh, man, that's funny.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids.
A main girlfriend has hoes in different area codes and is successful. Right. That's what we're getting to. She does sound like a squirt. Many people thought he was gay. I guess he is not gay. It is a bit different.
She does, Lorley.
And I'm sorry that you even need an advocate. Bless mom, honestly. She can't read the strike. Well, listen, anybody who's a creator or even as subscribers, you may have learned,
I'm gonna go grab a
because
drink.
unfortunately quite a few of mine have been doxxed. It is really hard to get YouTube to remove something like that because you have to show proof that you are that person. And even with that proof, a lot of times they will not remove. Oh, well, this is a copyright strike. Never mind. So only the owner of the copyright, they have to prove that too. She knows this. You know this. Betty, what made you really do this? I would love to know what really made Betty do this.
Again, these are things that I'm learning. I've spoken with her before, right?
All right. So these are things that you're learning, but then you say you spoke with her before. So when the woman came to you as an alleged abused ex, you didn't care. You still kept your relationship with JLR just the same. For what? For your public benefit. And now that he is no longer publicly beneficial to you, you are going to slander the man. That's it. I mean, it's so obvious. Listen to how she contradicts herself in this one sentence.
Crap. One of his ex-girlfriends he beat. Okay. Again, these are things that I'm learning. I've spoken with her before, right?
These are things you're learning, but you've
Wow.
spoken with her before. Okay.
These are horrible, horrible things, but that's not the big thing. Why is he taking me out for all these girly things, right? No big deal. It's not that. Taking me out for all these girly things, right?
Why is he did she just say, why is he taking me out for all these girly things?
Yeah, I'm confused on what that means.
Right. Is that what she just said? Dude, can I turn on CC? No. Did she say taking me out for all these girly things?
Yeah,
Was
that's
not
what
true.
it sounded like.
I think that's what she says here.
Horrible things, but that's not the big thing. Why is he taking me out for all these
Holla.
girly things, right? No big deal. It's not that.
Why is he taking me out for all these girly things? That's no big deal. It's not that. So again, is this a scorned lover? What is this? All right.
It's because I found out that he trolled somebody in 2016. We'll call this the Moore case.
All right. So this is where it's going to get gross. I'm not one to do these because I feel like a lot of times when you're on the internet, you have to kind of get your own, the internet's going to hurt your feelings. You're going to get triggered. I'm so sick of the word trigger, to be honest. Being triggered is a normal human response when people are like, oh, you're angry, you're triggered. But this is a trigger warning in a different sense. And I am going to show just how she contradicts herself with this one. Okay. So we're going to talk about the Moore. Ready?
I found out that he trolled somebody in 2016. We'll call this the Moore case. And that person ended up taking their life. And then it brought me back to a situation of Benny Keys. And I remember this firsthand. This is firsthand knowledge from me. Now, I don't know if this chick Benny Keys was referring to really did lose her life or not. I don't know. I have no earthly idea. Okay. He could have been teaching JLR a lesson for all I know. She may be very well alive.
So is Betty claiming to not have been aware? The woman that hit the light, the woman that made the strike, has came forward and said she made the strike with SF Investigates help.
Yep.
So she is going to claim that she was unaware of the 2016 Moore. Heard a rumor and announced credit union.
I don't know. Okay. But I know that girl that Benny Keys said took her life, JLR was very upset about. He seemed very nervous. And he came to me and he's like, do you really think BK did that or is being truthful? And I went back and looked at the video and I said, yeah, I kind of do. And if you guys remember, I even took 2 weeks to let him grieve. We were all warring at the time.
We were all warring, right? War in at that time. And I gave him 2 weeks to grieve.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. She knew. So she knew about it back in 2016. Caught. Hashtag caught.
That is so kind and generous of you. I do recall this happening. I remember Benny was saying it was his sister, and I don't think they were biological sisters, but I do recall this situation taking place. Does anybody else recall this?
Is this the one that he, like, is Moore the one that Benny claimed was his sister? Like, or he knew her like a sister? Does anybody know?
Put a 1 in the chat if you recall when all this took place with Benny Keys. I don't think it was biological sister, but he did call her a sister, and she did end up passing away. It was his actual sister.
It was okay. It was his sister who passed. Well, I can promise you one thing. If there's even a possibility that what Betty's saying is true, that JLR trolled this woman until she unalived herself, because that's a very strong claim. That's a very bold statement. But I guarantee you, if there was any truth to that, Benny Keys would have already figured it out. Like, Benny Keys would have already been on top of that. Like, there's no question about it in my mind.
Well, I remember the situation. So a lot of you all remember this as well. Okay. Hey, chicken feet. All right.
Okay.
Lots of ones coming in. A witness in
Okay,
a missing person
TP.
case. Mm.
Well, Jonathan told me that he had been trolling that woman really hard.
So here's my thing with that. She, again, knew all of this when it took.
Okay, so the one that attempted to unalive but is still alive, Betty's claiming that JLR was concerned about her because he was messing with her in the background. And again, if this is somebody Benny Keys was cared for or protected, whatever, felt protective of, he would have been done, figured that shit out and went for JLR. In real life went for JLR. So let's just be honest.
Place, Betty. Do you think it's fair at this point to bring up this trauma for somebody else because you want revenge? Because that's all this is. When people use things like this as a one up on another person, you were already aware of this. Yeah, no, she's intertwined in situations now, Chasen. She brought up the 2016, and now she's trying to put him into this situation as well. And it's actually a really cruel thing to do.
So these are the things that are causing a lot of problems behind the scenes. And again, these are just alleged facts. I'm not the investigative body that needs to be looking into these. I know that he has done some damage to me behind the scenes, and I was none the wiser because I was blind.
All right, so hold on. Let me go check that out. So she is saying she was none the wiser. She didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Chasen is telling us to take a little trippy trip over here.
All right, let's take a trip. We're going on a trip with Chasing and Granny.
This is the woman that JR went after hard that Bullhorn Betty mentioned in her video today. Expand the attached screenshot.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This girl is planning an anti-Donald Trump protest in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Jonathan Richards put that up there. Expose the people who are hosting these anti-Donald Trump events. This girl is Nicole, former waitress, hosting a Donald Trump protest, Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Host changed the name of the event from Protest Trump in Pottstown to Peace of the Streets after being exposed.
Nah, he wouldn't. He would have had JLR's ass if that was true. So,
all right, so let's share this.
Hey, Joanne.
This convicted fraudster is instigating harassment of Trump protesters on Facebook. 2 days after Nicole created a Facebook event for an anti-Trump protest in Pottstown, she was getting attacked by hundreds of commenters and threatened with lawsuits by a former boss. It was all thanks to one self-described troll.
Jonathan Lee Riches.
I am shocked that I didn't know about this. I actually live right near Pottstown, and I never heard of this. The harassment came after Jonathan Lee Riches posted the 19-year-old Temple University student's name, 2 photos, and a former place of employment on 2 pro-Trump Facebook groups containing well over 500,000 members. Exposed to people who are hosting these anti-Donald Trump events, his post read. 2 days after that, Rich's post would have more than 60 shares and hundreds of comments. Commenters insulting her appearance, calling her skank, scary, and nasty, to name a few. They called her an attention whore, among other insults like cuck, a favorite in the all-right internet lexicon. One person called on others to end her career, social life, love life, etc. Do people understand?
Yeah, she does believe everything she says because she's fucking delusional.
The severity of it. And listen, and I know you guys aren't going to like what I say next, but even what people do to Betty, does anybody pause and think, well, maybe this is going just a little far? Maybe if there was 5 streams about her today, I don't have to be the 6th.
Well, I mean, I look like an asshole now, Granny. Thank you. Because there was like a lot of streams about her today and yesterday. But I'm not doing it in a mean way, like, because I ain't got no problem with Betty. I don't like some of the things she does and says, but I don't have like a personal issue with Betty. But it has to be overwhelming, no matter how much she brings it on herself, to wake up day in, day out, go to bed day in, day out, and have somebody dragging you for filth on the internet.
Because at the end of the day, we are all human. We all have a breaking point. This is sad.
Sassy.
I was generally scared for my safety. Then the harassment shifted to former workplace. Johnny Riches wrote on the restaurant's Facebook page, your waitress plans to host an anti-Donald Trump rally. Commenters flooded the restaurant's page with apparently false stories. I mean, come on.
No, I don't want to drag her because I mean, she's still human. I used to drag her when she was doing fuck shit in Georgia, and right after Georgia, but nah, it didn't make me feel good to do that.
Said he has no job because he comes from an affluent
Okay,
family.
Audacity. Thank you,
I
babe.
feel it's my patriot duty to inform the public. All right, so this is horrible. So this is what Betty decides to pull out. What these YouTube do, the harass and make victims. Absolutely. Hey, independent thinker. Wow. Come on, Betty. This is what you now weaponize. This woman. Really? You were aware of this.
Yeah,
Said he has no job because he comes from an affluent family. To me, did it sound like a woman that was afraid?
Nah, that's another thing I want to touch on. There ain't no damn way she's afraid. And she knows the sneaky shit that JLR does in the background. She's just pretending to not know, but she knows. And I mean, if you was really afraid, you wouldn't be out here putting all that shit out the way you did, even though you deleted it immediately. I knew the bitch was going to delete it. I recorded the whole thing while I was doing dishes and chores around the house that morning. Thank God I did, because like 5 minutes later, it was gone.
It didn't sound like a woman that's afraid. I mean, she came right out and started telling about all the women he's sleeping with, all the
I
things
agree,
he's doing.
Grandma.
I live very close, and I mean very like a car drive away. I'm gonna look into it. I never heard of this of this resulting in somebody's death, Tracy. I hope it didn't. I'm gonna look around as much as I can to find out. I know it's hard. I know, but listen, one thing I've learned my time on YouTube is while trying to expose somebody as a monster they are,
What's up,
you will often start becoming that monster yourself. And it's just not worth it to let that human part of you go to show what a monster somebody else is. You know what I mean? So just remember that. I think there's like wise quotes and sayings about it, like staring into the abyss or become,
as B. Tim always says, like, sometimes you become the monsters you're chasing. And that's so true.
I don't know them. I just know from my own experience, I got really nasty trying to show how nasty somebody else was, and you kind of lose yourself in it. And as much as you can't stand Betty, don't let her allow you to become that way.
Yes. Snaps. Yes, girl.
You, not for her.
Very strategic man, and he did a lot of stuff behind the scenes to me that people don't understand. And I'm not going to go into it.
It's hard to climb out, Spudler. And it's hard to climb out.
Illusion with all this court filings that JLR and I are tight and all this other stuff. This man has lied to me. He has he's done a lot of.
I've seen the comments. BHB needs to unplug and log off for her own mental health, but she won't. She does need to take some time to herself and, find some peace within herself, but she won't. And the reason she won't, in my opinion, allegedly, is because this is her income. Any day she takes off will affect her. It really will. So she's not going to.
Ugly things.
All right, name the ugly things. Name them. I want to know what the ugly things are. I don't want to know about you weaponizing two women's possible deaths. I want to know what has he done to you that makes you think that he's trying to break you to a mental breaking point, because the strikes were not from him.
Right.
Look at that, Katie B.
Like because at first
zip code.
She started this at first saying that it was about her channel and him trying to take her down with the strike. If it's not the strike, then what is it?
Well, never mind. It's easy to troll online without trying, especially when emotions come into it. It is. The way she goes, real life terrorizes families. I have no sympathy for. I get it. Listen, I'm sure she can justify her ugly as well, right? We can all justify it when we want to.
To me,
but don't ever forget, it's you that has to answer for it, not her.
Right. Yes.
I think I will reach out to her privately because I am curious. Because I'm not doubting that he could be doing some shit to her. I'm not doubting that.
I'm not doubting that either.
Do you think he actually helped her, or do you think she just kind of copied him? I don't know.
that I don't
I
wish to
think
disclose
I
here.
want to answer that. I think he did help her. He was like, he mentored her. It's almost like Betty was on the payroll. You said it earlier, Granny. Like you said, when she was in Georgia, she was like, well, I kind of want to go home, but JLR says I need to stay. The numbers are good. I need to stay, so I'm going to stay. That right there told me everything I needed to know in terms of their relationship.
But I will not be silent. I will not be used for a pawn. I will not be your secret keeper. I'm done. And when I say I'm done, I'm done. And you know who I'm going to call? I'm going to call law enforcement.
Maybe. Because I was wondering, because it was shortly after her stream that was put up on Twitter, right? So I'm wondering if she ended her stream, went and looked on Twitter for updates, because she was streaming on Twitter as well. So she was probably going to see if JLR posted anything or if SF had posted anything, and he actually did. Maybe that's why she did take it down.
Ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
911 operator. My name is Bullhorn Betty, and I'm calling because I'm no longer going to be his secret keeper, his pawn. I mean, what are the police going to do for you, Betty? Come on. What are they going to do for you? Oh, absolutely. He's not somebody I want to get in shit with. I'll tell you that.
That's who I'm going to call because, again, I don't know whether these things
Possibly
are true or not,
TP.
but they scare the hell out of me. I have to be honest with you, especially knowing that he knows where I live.
So here we go. She's terrified. You're so terrified that you started off giddy talking about his partner in the woods, his sugar mom over here, his women in different states.
Right?
That doesn't come from somebody who's afraid, Betty.
Whoa.
I was afraid someone last.
Did Granny say his hoes in different states?
The man got damn side pieces. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought that? Okay? Who would have thought this man had all these ladies, man? You know, I don't get that one. I might have to call bullshit on that one.
Place they talk about my emotions, fears on YouTube. She is instigating, not standing up to him. I agree. One thing JR does is claim trolling things he hasn't actually done. We've seen this behavior before and after prison. He likes the acknowledgement, good or bad, from it. It's not like he could have even acted like he liked her right now. He has that lawsuit with that other YouTuber saying he doesn't associate with her. So he could have told her he has done the strikes even though he didn't.
Oh,
but here's the thing. He has to show proof. And the woman that actually did the strikes, no, because if he said he did them, she would have came out and said he did them. Instead, she was saying, I don't know who did it. But at the end of this, she admits, had he not done something to her, she would have stayed silent, kept all the secrets. Right. So she didn't really care much.
This is a revenge thing.
To give a shit about these things until she no longer wanted association. And that is my biggest problem with people on YouTube. They weaponize things that they were A-okay with it. Mm-hmm. Hey, thank you so much, Tammy. Betty said threats to Kira and her mama. Even asked Kira if her mama's health can handle it. If I could contact Kay, I would give money to the attorney to take her ass to court. Wow, really? Oh my goodness. Wow. She set threats to Kira and her mama.
Yeah, I put them there.
Thank you so much, Petuna. Welcome.
3 dot.
To the Felon Melons. Wow.
He knows my social security number. He knows my driver's license number. He knows my date of birth. He could literally do a massive amount of damage to me.
Well, why does he know all these things? Hey, Chrono.
Yes, he could. That is the truest thing Betty has said this whole time. He could do a massive amount of damage to her. That is absolutely true. Why the fuck does he have your social? Why the fuck does he have your driver's license number? My husband doesn't even know my social or driver's license number.
Chronicles, my email is not JLBs, with an extra S because, I'm illiterate. At gmail.com. Oh, yeah, 013. I just dropped it in the chat. Okay, so why does he know all this information?
I don't know, Aaron.
Why would he know her social security? Again, this is a man who spent 10 years in jail. Why did you give him access? I think they were together. Do you guys think they were sleeping together? I'm sorry, but unless there's a ring on my finger, nobody needs to know all that information. Why did he know all this information?
Right.
And if you're that afraid,
and even like Granny just said, unless there's a ring on my finger, there's a ring on my finger, and he still doesn't know my social and driver's license number. That's, I mean, I don't know. That's weird.
Why are you doing this publicly with all the personal insults?
He knows my social security number. He knows my driver's license number. He knows my date of birth. He could literally do a massive amount of damage to me.
Now, this is something I think she is truly worried about, and she should be, in my opinion, allegedly.
And he's already started. And I truly believe that this whole thing with these false copyright strikes are a direct result of him.
So let's remind everybody again, they were not false copyright strikes. They were legitimate copyright strikes. Helped with her lawsuit in the beginning. Okay, maybe that's why.
Yeah, I don't think he would need.
Right.
I don't think he would need her social and driver's license number with the lawsuit, unless he was like, and I don't know. I pretend to know these things, and I don't know shit.
Yet she did all these things, and victims' families now is upset that JLR has her info. She's still with him doing all that shit. Right. I'm not doubting who filed the strikes. I'm just saying I've personally seen some of the games he plays. We don't know what he said to her after she added the girlfriend last time. It's true. I don't doubt for 1 minute he's gonna fuck with her. If he wasn't fucking with her then, he's gonna fuck with her now.
Absolutely.
A lot of F's in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I said this is dangerous that she let her emotions get the best of her and she went live like this.
I do apologize, but let's keep it real. How many of you would be okay with this person coming out here and telling all your personal business, talking about your girlfriend's health, talking about your sugar mama, alleged sugar mama?
Sugar mama?
Mr. Lover, girl. Mr. Lover. I'm Mr.
Accusing you of being a reason 2 women lost their lives and potentially fearing for your own. How many of you would sit back and be like, oh, it's okay, she did and said all that? Especially somebody like him. She knew what a sociopath he was when she started hanging out with him. She didn't care then. She cares now. It's wild.
Because they are already plastered all over YouTube. Why is it only me getting these copyright strikes?
How do you know nobody else got them, Betty? How do you know nobody else got these copyright strikes?
Yeah,
you
3 dot. I agree.
That's the question I have.
Oh, there's the answer.
And there's only one person angry enough with me right now to try to do malicious things behind the scene, and that's JLR.
Well, if he wasn't before, he sure as hell is now. I mean, honestly.
It's not funny, but it's so true.
I don't know if that was smart, Betty. I'm a little worried for you.
Me too.
And that's everything in a nutshell when it comes to that. There's a lot of weight, but I can tell you that all these women, you guys are just side pieces for him. He will never claim you. He will always keep you his dirty little secret.
Why does it keep going back to the women?
Why?
The man got damn side pieces. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought that? Okay? Who would have thought this man had all these women around the world like this?
This is where I unfortunately do not want to envision them bumping uglies, but I think there's been a few ugly bumping going on because it keeps going.
Bumping up. Granny said bumping ugly. What the fuck?
Back to the women. She has now mentioned that he might potentially be the reason 2 women lost their lives. But yeah, she keeps going back to his mistresses, his what? He's a single man. He's not married. Who cares that he's sleeping with women, Betty? You brought it up so many times that it seems to be your underlying issue. Right. She was with Dolly Vision. She was okay with him allegedly abusing somebody. Right, but what if she's telling the truth? How does this help her? This reminds me of like a video, like my battery's gonna die soon, and I only have, 12 hours left to live.
I agree perfectly.
It reminds me of one of those. Instead, she's like, oh, and all you girls, all you women's, I mean, come on.
Because at the end of the day, he's got bigger fish to fry, right? Like Great Aunt Mary, his sugar mama. He's got to keep that thing going because let's face it, he's on disability. He has no money. Except what he makes on YouTube.
Now, how can he be on disability? This fool was out on the side of a highway working out, doing push-ups and shit. Like, is he on disability? I don't know. I guess it ain't my business, but a bitch is curious now.
Why do we need to know he's on disability? Let me tell you, I've been on the other side of JLR's hammer, and I've seen how much he's made in a 45-minute stream. He is making enough money. But why do we need to know that he is on disability? I mean, come on.
Wind and dined her, is what I
But
thought.
Brittany, here's the thing, and listen, all right, to be fair, I look at it from that side, and I do believe that there is some truth in what she is saying. But she didn't care how dangerous he was when she was side by side with him.
Word.
Do you get what I'm saying there?
As far as I'm concerned, it's about $25,000. Definitely far cry from $3 million. A far cry from $3 million.
$25,000. Well, that's a good amount. If he is doing something to her, how does this help her? And what can we do to help her? You know what I mean? I don't know.
His money is not his. His lifestyle is a facade. And I'm not going to have a facade take me down when I'm trying to do real work here while he's trying to play this great guy. You guys can believe what you want to believe. I really don't care. So
Does this sound like something the haters have been shouting for years now? Put a 1 in the chat if this is something you've heard people saying, not only to everybody, but to Betty as well. You can play along with his facade. You can play along that he's a great guy, but we all know otherwise.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the other side, Betty.
Welcome,
like
bitch. Welcome.
We will greet you with open arms, but a lot of people will not be greeting you with open arms.
I'm going to have a facade take me down when I'm trying to do real work here while he's trying to play this
It's like we've been on this hoe.
great guy. You guys can believe what you want to believe. I really don't care. Some people just need to learn the lesson on their own. Because I'm telling you, I've learned a very valuable lesson that
she even follows it up with learn a lesson on your own. Yes, you are learning this lesson, unfortunately, Betty. If you play with fire, you are bound to get burned.
Absolutely.
the lesson on the great guy. You guys can believe what you want to believe. I really don't care. Some people just need to learn the lesson on their own. Because I'm telling you, I've learned a very valuable lesson that is most likely, I don't think he's going to take my channel, but he's going to be able to do some major damage. I'm hoping by coming clean, it will stop, but I can only assume that at this point,
well, all right. So I don't understand how coming clean is going to make it stop, because she did say at the beginning of this that he said if she doesn't say anything, he won't do anything. Does it make her feel safer? I don't know what you're looking for from the audience, Betty.
Me either.
I don't know. I know you are not alone.
Sympathy.
I mean, people have been saying this for years, but I don't know how you think this is going to make him stop. Because if anything, if she would have just came out and publicly said, this is what I'm dealing with, and left out all of his personal deets, maybe. But again, she just sounds like an ex-jaded lover to me, a scorned, jealous woman. She does. This is insane to me.
Oh, Granny said lover. I heard it.
I'm Mr. Lover, girl. Mr. Lover. I'm Mr. Lover, girl. Mr. Lover.
Well, he was taking her out to do all the girly things.
The girly
We heard her say it.
I can only assume at this point, it's probably going to get worse, and he's probably going to act like nothing happened, and he's probably not going to address this, and he's probably going to be reaching out to everybody under the sun to try to apply pressure to shut me up. And I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. He's gone.
How do you know he's going to do all of that, Betty? Because you witnessed him do it to somebody else?
Yes. I know.
What did she do to him to think it was him? She said he's the only one that is so angry with her at the moment that would hurt her. She thinks that he's the one that put the strikes on her channel, but he isn't. She can try to claim innocence like she didn't know. She totally did. She's actually no better either. I think she's more jealous that JR got a girlfriend and moved on because she participated in doing to someone else on his behalf.
Yep.
She's trying to get his subs to unsubscribe. They're not going to. I mean, people have been saying this from the rooftops. I don't know. Oof.
On too far for me. So now we're in it. Now it's a whole QB thing all over. Now it's gone to the point where we have to expose, and now we have to go down this road because my quiet is going to be what ends up killing me here. Because I've got a channel to worry about, I got finances to worry about. I'm down for a week. Now, mind you, YouTube is my primary source of income. So now, right before Christmas, I don't get an income for a week.
See, I kind of feel for her on that because this is her only source of income, which is dangerous by itself, in my opinion.
Now that does suck, and I am sorry for that. But she should have made sure that it was JLR before she spilled all his deets. She did all this over money and her channel.
So you could kind of imagine my upset that a person that I trusted, a person that had my loyalty and I went to bat for, and to find out he would do this to me.
See, I'm not going to lie. I do feel bad. But then you look at the things JR has done.
But they've both done shitty shit with each other. So it's like, oof, how sorry can I feel for her?
Like this. And you look at all she knew. And you look at all the people she knew he was doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you like burnt toast or not, whether you like QB or not, whether you like heels in the air or not, you knew and saw firsthand what he was capable of, and you were okay with it. And now it's happening to you. And it does. It sucks. I bet it sucks.
It's just absolutely insane. And I told him, don't make any moves. I had not made any moves yet. I didn't know what I was going to do with the information, not to do underhanded stuff. And he started doing underhanded stuff. And so I have no.
It kind of doesn't make sense to me. Does that make sense to any of you?
No.
You're right, Psycho. You're right. Does this make sense to anybody?
It's almost like she's saying she brought it to him and she was like, hey, I know this, and this about you. Don't do underhanded shit and I won't talk shit. And then he started doing underhanded shit, she felt like, which we now know has been proven it was not him. But in the moment, she thought it was him. So she came out and spilled all the tea. That's what I took from it.
Completely insane. And I told him, don't make any moves. I had not made any moves yet. I didn't know what I was going to do with the information.
See?
Not to do underhanded stuff. And he started doing underhanded stuff.
To who? To what? To what situation? What moves? What underhanded stuff? What are you talking about there? Because that sounds important. And it's not clarified. You didn't know what moves you're going to make. You had the pertaining to what?
JLR.
What is the topic here? Anybody?
All of
there's
this
a lot
information.
Of stuff that we are unaware of happening behind here. She probably really thought he would never do anything bad. Right, she probably did. Honest to God, I believe she probably did. I used to really dislike JLR, but saw him turn it all around. Now I support him because he is making a difference through crime. It changed his life. His past is past. We all have one.
This is the truest comment ever. Lorton girl, she's dangerous out loud. He's dangerous quietly. Abso-fucking-lutely. You win comment of the night, girl.
Okay. I like you, Dark Horse. I like JLR too.
What up,
I met him in person.
Huntress?
He was very nice guy. She got dumped in Dallas. Warren is the underhanded stuff coming out public with his girlfriend for everyone to see. Right? What is this underhanded stuff? All right, let's hear it one more time, and we'll move forward. I'll drop the link too.
I told him, don't make any moves. I had not made any moves yet. I didn't know what I was going to do with the information, not to do underhanded stuff. And he started doing underhanded stuff. And so I have no choice now. He pushed this forward. I didn't want to do this here. I didn't want to do it like this. But at the end of the day, he's not going to destroy me to keep me shut, keep my.
What happened here? What is? Oh, we're missing something here, right? Because they were together. Whatever she's talking about, they were doing it together behind the scenes. She told him, don't make any moves. He made moves. What moves? Against who? When? What? And where? What are you claiming to take the fall for, Betty? There's something
you just
here.
mind fucked me.
It's not going to happen. I will not do it. I have my own damn platform and I will utilize it. And look at this. We have this on a backup channel and we still have 137 people watching. And I also blasted this on Twitter with his handle because I am sick and tired of this.
So you're not scared. You're tagging the man. You're bragging about how many people are seeing it. You wanted the haters to take it. She started digging into his past, asked him about it, and all this started. That's what she's referring to. But she said to him, don't make any moves. What do you mean? Let me hear that again with this in mind. Sorry, guys. I know we heard it a lot, but all right. So keep this in mind that she started digging into his past, and this is what she's referring to.
I had not made any. It's just absolutely insane.
Hey, Wiccan.
And I told him, don't make any moves. I had not made any moves yet. I didn't know what I was going to do with the information, not to do underhanded stuff. And he started doing underhanded stuff. And so I have no choice now. He pushed this.
So I found out about things from his past, asked him about it. I told him not to make any moves. I'm not going to make any moves. Don't do any underhanded stuff. But then he made all right, maybe they're blackmailing each other. Info came to her. She began looking, contacting directly for a comment. He wasn't happy. That's right. She's looking all that up. Okay, you're right. Thank you.
But at the end, going to happen. I will not do it. I have my own damn platform and I will utilize it. And look at this. We have this on a backup channel and we still have 137 people watching. And I also blasted this on Twitter with his handle because I am sick and tired of this. If you want to keep warring with me, that is fine. We will do this thing. But I can promise you, this is all verified information. And I'm not the one that needs to verify it for the people of YouTube. That is for an investigative body.
You're right. Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you. All right. That's right. If we would have listened further, it would have made sense. She was aware of the women. She's claiming 2 women who lost their lives. She claims at the hands of JR. She does sound shook
here, Michelle.
Well, and if he's capable of all the things she's saying he's capable of, I'd be shook too.
To verify this. And I'm not going to sit here. And Benny, if you're watching, Benny Keys, if you're watching and your friend truly died, I would suggest you calling law enforcement and tell them to look a little deeper because they might find something pushed her over the edge.
No, let's not do
cruel,
that.
Betty. If you really believe that in your heart you really believe that, you reach out and give that man the dignity of a private conversation.
Yeah.
Don't weaponize his loved one and your battle against your ex-loved one. That is not right, Betty.
All I'm saying. If she's not, please come clean and vindicate JLR, because I know right now I'm doing some damage. But I truly believe JLR was doing stuff behind the scenes to push me over the edge. If he had done this already twice and got away with it and didn't get in trouble for it, I'm a healthy, well-balanced woman, and I've been put under a lot of pressure.
So he's putting pressure on you behind the scenes. Oh, Lordy. Listen, I try to watch Betty when I can. I'm not a anti-Betty person. I will also call things as I see them. As you all have, if you've been around, you know that. I do not have a side here. I'm just calling it as I say it. And I think as far as that goes, that was very wrong to do. I knew somebody was going to say that, Shannon. I was waiting for that comment. Yeah, you're accusing this man of being the reason a woman that BK loved took her life. The respect would have been to reach out privately.
I can tell you that. It did not break me. I just want to make sure you guys are all clear. Bullhorn Betty didn't take medication. She didn't go over the edge. But, it's still...
Is she now implying that JLR is going to have her kill herself? This
still, after hearing this, everything started clicking. He knew, he was very strategic. He knew what he was doing. And I'm not going to, again, sit here and I agree with you, Susie Sue. I agree with you 100%. But that's not the point. The point is if that girl really did take her life, or really was pushed over the edge where she, used substances to take her life because she couldn't handle it, that only a BK knows. He knows for a fact one way or another, or anybody that knows him in that area would know for a fact.
Let's say it was true, and BK was the only one that would know that shit. You don't think BK would have handled JLR's ass already? He would have done yoked that fool up. Come on, man.
All I'm saying is if the story is true and she truly is, I'm telling you firsthand, JLR told me, and he seemed nervous when he did at the time, that he trolled her. Really
I don't know. I couldn't live without my Zoloft girl.
Man, this is heavy.
Nah. Chronicles.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about it. And I get what you're saying, Southern. Like, I get what you're saying. She's saying to look into it. She's not saying it happened, definitely. But she, again, as a self-proclaimed true crime person, she should have looked into it and knew indefinite before bringing it out here. She should have had the courtesy to reach out to BK to get the answer she is seeking instead of using this as a weapon. She should have sought it. She should have known before she brought it out. It's cruel to do it any other way.
And I told him I did. I never heard much about it after that. It just went hush, hush, quiet. I didn't know what to think. I think I just moved on from it or didn't look at it again. But it wasn't until I was told about the 2016 case that memory came back. I remembered that vividly. I remember exactly where we were when this all happened. I just remember it.
So she remembers.
But she
the ultimate
just said,
trolling of this young girl.
But she said earlier she didn't remember, or she didn't know about it back then. But she did. She just said she did.
For hosting an anti-Trump rally. Now, it doesn't say here if this woman lost her life or not. Betty is implying she did. But you were aware then. So you knew what he was capable of, again, but you just didn't think he would do it to you, right? All right. We got that clear.
And then it brought me to what he was doing to me behind the scenes that nobody knows about. And that's when I kind of started connecting the dots. Was he trying to do that to me too? And
well, for goodness sake, I sincerely hope not. I sincerely hope that he's not trying to push her to a breaking point.
Tomato.
The girl is alive and well. All right. I am going to look into it. This is a lot to take in. I mean, she's just kind of throwing this all out there. But why didn't she start with all of this? Can you email me that proof, please? Why would she start with all of this as opposed to why did this is all just I agree, Jason. I agree.
But I know that it's scary enough that I can't keep quiet, and I need to let a lot of people know what's going on. If he takes my channel, he takes my channel. But there was a social media.
Good night, Grandma. Sleep well. Sleep with peace, love.
And apparently, this was a major topic that surrounded JLR at the time. So this is not unheard of. But I'm not going to, if my channel is taken, I hope I garner the same support from the work that I do. But I've got to come clean, and I've got to let the chips fall where they're going to fall. I got to tell you that keeping all of this in has been very toxic for me, but I was scared and I didn't want to lose, all the stuff that I had worked so hard for. But when you're faced with losing it anyways, what purpose is
sweet dreams, Grandma?
The age of social media attack, Temple freshman lands on haters' radar. It's been a busy week. Since Monday, she's been called a traitor, skank, scum, liberal, moron who should be charged with treason. Darkest days of my life. I don't think this woman is deceased. When she contacted him to get his comments exposed either in QB, anything to do with QB. I just truly think that she has had a falling out with JR. And I don't think so. I don't think, you know, with utmost respect, I don't think this has anything to do with QB.
I don't either.
I just truly think that she has had a falling out with JR.
Everybody has to make
and
everything
she is
do
afraid.
with Queen.
I think she's
I don't
absolutely
think that's
afraid.
what it was at all.
2008. I'm teaching my dogs to act better.
From like blank screen or something, somebody doing that. Yeah, it could be. It could be. And maybe I jumped the gun and maybe I shouldn't have opened my mouth. It could be.
Betty, what are you doing? So now you're admitting that it could absolutely have nothing to do with JR. You jumped the gun. Oh, let me check. Thank you. So why, ma'am, did you just give all this guy's information, his personal business? To turn around and
She
say you're
had an
unsure?
emotional response. She really did. She let
I
her
did not
emotions
get
get in the
your
way.
email. Laugh at Life. You might have spelled business the correct way, as I did not. But I did get Chronicles. Am I allowed to show this Chronicles?
Right. But I also believe in signs, and I believe in a higher power. And there's a reason why this happened to me today.
So here's the perfect time to present you all with the truth. Perfect. Thank you. Of who did the strike. So right here it says this video is no longer available due to a copyright claim by Kira. Kira is the woman that we received a super chat earlier, letting us know that Betty threatened her and her mother who was ill. If we go a little further down, we will see right here that SF Investigate says you uploaded a stolen video twice and threatened a witness who, by the way, is a witness, not a suspect. You threatened her, Betty. You deserve everything you were getting. Then he says, God, she is wrong about everything. I helped the girl fill out the copyright strike. I walked her through it. JLR, question mark, question mark. And again, it goes right here.
Thank you, Wonder Woman.
SF Investigate stand down. And right here's the video. And it's struck by Kira. She owned the video. So it was never JLR. It wasn't, who did she just say?
Right. T-Bone, I
Whoever
agree.
she just said. Let me see. Blank screen. It wasn't blank screen. It was the woman whose video it belonged to.
But I also believe in signs, and I believe in a higher power. And there's a
well, to be fair, Southern Princess, you do. As soon as you were copyright struck, you immediately know who copyright struck you. It comes in an email format. It is also listed in our studios. So we are aware the minute a copyright comes through, who's claiming the copyright.
The reason why this happened to me today. And I think it was because God knows I would have kept it quiet until something happened. By that time, it would be too late. So I'm done. I don't know what else to say.
So that she got 2 strikes. The first one, she got it struck. She changed things and immediately re-uploaded it. So the woman struck.
Hey,
Death. So there are 2
Deanna.
strikes shown here. 2 strikes. That means you cannot go live, and which is what she said. She cannot go live. Oh, I get. Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying if maybe behind the scenes, JR is telling Betty that he's behind it. I get what you're saying now. Okay. All right.
If you guys want a public display, JLR and I are not friends. We are not friends.
No shit. We would have never gotten that impression 20 minutes into this video all
No
about
way.
JR's personal life. Holy hell. Ooh, I thought you were BFS.
He has lied to me. He has used me. He has sandbagged me. He has hit me with a freight train and ran over me over and over again over these years. And I took it. And I took it for the sake of these cases, for the sake of not causing rifts on here, because I was told, don't bring things public. That's the way he.
I believe her because of my own personal experience. I believe her. Let me check Laugh at Life.
Probably so, be
I got
real.
it now. All right, so this is her. Yes, that is her. She actually looks very familiar. So there is a picture of the woman from the 2016 alive in 2020. I do not think she took her own life, thankfully. She's actually a very familiar looking girl. I posted all this. She knew. I am so sorry to do this to you all again, but I do have to put you on a quick hold. It will be very hit the thumbs. Thought you were telling everybody to hit the like. That's all right. I will be.
All right. Intermission.
Have my own personal experience with JR. I will not get into much details about it, but I will say I do feel like my kindness was taken as a weakness, kind of. There were a few things that I can see what Betty is saying, but Betty, you put up with it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, guy, but without a doubt, there is a facade, if you will. So yeah.
I've always had that in the back of my head. I remember one time, and this brings me back to why Heels really went after JLR so hard. Because when I first met JLR, we had a political friend, 2 political friends. I don't want to disclose their name, but the lady was significantly older than the guy.
I agree with you, Brittany. There's something weird here, right? I don't think she's lying. She posted it and got it removed. She changed a couple words and reposted it, and it got struck again.
I think there's lies with a little truth sprinkled in.
Hence the 2. Betty's just reactionary. She assumed it was JR, went nuclear, and pushed a lie button with no facts or even thinking about the consequences of doing this. Right, and if she was afraid then, she ought to be afraid now. About the same. People's hard to get Grady's attention. Gary, you always have my attention. Love Wawa. Out inside, just like why they're always so nice, offering me freebies all the time. I also cleaned the Daytona Beach and surrounding windows. Oh, how nice. I'm not saying that she's totally innocent, but she's not totally guilty either. But she's been going live on her other channels. That means that she knows that something was about to hit the fan. Maybe that first strike motivated her. I think she's just mad because he really took off and he's trying to distance himself, which is his right. She does feel like she was, I think I agree with you. I feel like she thinks she was left out to dry, right? Left out to hang alone. With this lawsuit and everything, and because JR's not addressing the drama anymore, you heard her say the other day, how come everybody goes after me? Nobody goes after JR, nobody goes after Molly, nobody goes after Olivia. So maybe she does feel like she was left out. Let's hear what she says here about heels. This is interesting. So she brings up heels in the air and the situation they had.
Yeah, I've always had that in the back of my head. I remember one time, you know, and this brings me back to why heels really went after JLR so hard. Because when I first met JLR, you know, we had a political friend, two political friends. I don't want to disclose their name, but the lady was significantly older than the guy. And I remember JLR saying to me that, you know, that just doesn't look right. That, you know, it just doesn't look right. He doesn't understand it. It just doesn't look. So he's already predisposing you and making you think that would never be an option for him. And
all right. So he sees an older couple and he's telling you that doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. Much younger guy with an older woman. All right. Olivia's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. You think so, Zan? I think a lot of people think that.
Until you find out about Aunt Mary and Aunt Mary not being an aunt and him running off to the woods with her several times a year. And so now you know now that he obviously doesn't mind older ladies. And Heels went after that man so bad, and all he wanted to do was expose her. That's all he wanted to do was expose her.
That's
her.
all.
He could just come out with her name. So he was trying to.
Isn't JR the one that did come out with the name?
Yeah.
I find Heels knowing JR. They ran the same political circles. I've spoken to JR about Heels, and I've spoken to Heels about JR. Yeah.
Backdoor everything, right? He was trying to leave crumbs for people to find to leave back to her.
Yeah.
So Heels, I mean, I'm not being disrespectful,
but why would he leave these crumbs if it was going to right, the woods, the fucking woods? It's so funny. Why would he leave crumbs if it's going to eventually tie to them having personal relations together? I don't get that. I don't see where you're going with this. I see where you're going, Betty. But I'm curious. If
some deep woods loving.
But is there more going on there? Because it sure looks like I kept.
Y'all heard it. Grandma said it here. She just wants some deep woods loving.
I'm Mr. Lover, girl. Mr. Lover.
Thinking, man, I think many of us thought so. She's acting like a crazy ex-girlfriend. Not that I'm saying it is, but it's starting to make a little more sense, isn't it? He told me whenever I questioned him about Magnolia, you know, who Magnolia Sims was, because my mods came back here.
Damn.
Now, this is messed up.
She just stalks the fuck out of her.
Oh, Betty, you are so mean for this. Tara was involved to send info or crumbs to the jerks. Can't say for sure, but I've always felt that way. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. I felt like it all exploded on Heels at the same time. I feel like she was. Selena again now. It all kind of hit the fan at the same thing. So he's 45.
And told me that you know, she was yelling at people not to say my name in the chat. I'm like, so I reached out to JLR. I'm like, who's this? Why is Magnolia being mean to me? Who's this?
Well, I'll tell you what, as you saw my moderator state, Magnolia was very mean to me. Now, Heels is at the end. No, I know, I was just teasing. Hey, speculation. This will also be used in a lawsuit, probably, because she's saying JLR wanted to dox Heels, and then she files a further lawsuit on Heels, which did dox her publicly, and they were working together. Yeah, and then she retracted Heels from it, right? Yeah. I didn't. I'll be honest, I'm not as interested in the lawsuit as a lot of people are.
Me.
Personally, feel like Heels was obsessed with him the way she dug in and made constant videos of him. It seemed a bit much for me. Wait, I can't do it right now. Only laundries can get them back together. I don't know who Heels is. I always thought it was Amber, but I think I'm wrong. I think her dox has been out there. I don't know it. I don't pay attention to other people's doxes. I want to put a JR to give those crumbs to someone else, but the info, of course he would. As far as Heels with better people than 5'6" women, the jerks. Again, my opinion. Like, possibly. Are they the ones that exposed her dox?
Yeah.
I think Heels is a racist.
You know, she was yelling at people not to say my name in the chat. I'm like, so I reached out to JLR. I'm like, who's this? Why is Magnolia being mean to me? Who's this Magnolia chick? And why is she the only one modding in your chat? You know, that's what I'm asking him.
So that did happen. I think she said she was joking. Hey, Johnson. Because when I was speaking about people being associated with people that do things that they're against, Heels came back at me and was like, well, you support Betty and JR. And I'm like, well, I don't support Betty and JR. Everybody was praising JLR for changing. I just met the dude. I felt like he was human compared to what you hear on here, you know, whatever. But I'm not over here pushing his channel. He's not over there saying he's part of Granny's watching. It's a completely different, uncomparable situation.
Oh, Georgie.
Anyway, somebody said, well, Heels, you said you spent a week with him.
Thanks for joining the hippie hut, babe. Welcome.
And she said she was kidding. So I don't know. JR posted her docs a long time ago. How did JR know her name before anybody else? Okay, so they did. The jerks did put out her information. Why? There have been a number of old accounts. How did he know that this? I don't know. Maybe Heels can tell us if she ever. Yeah. Hey, Lori.
He basically tells me that she's not a girl. And I said, is she a dude acting like a girl? And he's like, no, not that. I said, what are you trying to say? Is she a transvestite? And he's like, doesn't matter. It's not what you think. That's what so he implied it through these text messages that freaking Magnolia Sims is a transvestite.
Now, let me say, I do not like that word. I don't know why. I feel like it's vulgar. Like a transvestite. Like what? Isn't that what's couldn't she just say transgender? I don't understand. Like that's the old school way of saying it.
Betty, my golly, Betty, are you afraid of this man or not? That is not what he implied. Let's rewind back a little bit, because Betty, you were just throwing all the low blows. You were throwing tomatoes and tomatoes, girl.
Tells me that she's not an e. So I read, why is she the only one modding in your chat? That's what I'm asking him. And he basically tells me that she's not.
Were you asking him as a jaded ex-lover? Mr. Lover.
Uh-oh. Y'all heard it.
Mr. Lover, girl. Mr. Lover.
It's the lover.
I think she was asking as a lover. I do have this one moderator. Why is she mean to me? And who is she? You know what I mean? Anybody else feel like she's, why is there only one moderator?
I
Is it a
agree,
female?
Irish.
You know what I mean? And then he's like, no, it's not a female. And then she's like, is it a transvestite? I mean, come on.
Not a girl. And I said, is she a dude?
Good
Acting
night,
like a girl. And
Okie.
he's like,
Love
no,
you.
not a chat. That's what I'm asking him. And he basically tells me that she's not a girl. And I said, is she a dude acting like a girl? And he's like, no, not that. I said, what are you trying to say? Is she a transvestite? And he's like, it doesn't matter. It's not what you think. That's what so he implied it through these text messages.
I'll be honest. I don't know what the political correct term is for that. Right. And today, I don't know. So I don't know if it's appropriate term.
I don't think so.
Fantastic, very fantastic. But it sounds to me like he's
Look.
appropriate term. Yeah, she called me Mr. Boombastic.
She called me Mr. Boombastic. I fucking love it, man.
I'm Mr. Lover, girl. Mr. Lover.
Very fantastic. But it sounds to me like he's saying we're like, no, it's not what you think. Meaning like it's not a girlfriend. It sounds like. Why is he telling her it's not a girlfriend? Is it because she's asking as a jaded ex-lover? Maybe.
That freaking Magnolia Sims.
That's what I think, Nanya. I really
like,
do think that.
Like and then I meet her and she's a nice girl and she has cancer and he's using her.
Well, what makes you think he's using her? Becky, good golly, girl. So it sounds like again, he didn't take you serious. You were one of those secret lovers because this all keeps going back to the women. This all keeps going back to that. And you shouldn't really be talking about it at all. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Amen to that. Thank you. It does not matter. And I can't believe that's just a low blow to her to throw out there because she sounds like she is salty, if you will, that JLR has chosen to be serious with Magnolia. That's what it sounds like. And it doesn't sound like he was saying to her, like, no, she's not a woman. She's not a man. She's not a trans. It sounds like he was saying it's not what you think. Meaning, she's not my girlfriend. It's not what you think. Not, it matters about her sexuality. I thought, bizarre. Betty,
and I'm
bizarre.
sorry. How much do you guys want me to take before I go off? How much? I mean, tell me. Because this is about my limit before I start making waves on social media.
Sounds to me like you took a lot being that little secret lover.
Oh shit.
Personal. And I think you know that. I think you know when it comes to killed her, right? The dramatic. I don't drive a Pinto and my car's not a piece of here. Because last I heard you were asking about his moderator. Betty.
I lost my place.
Here's your strike.
So, I just keep wondering. How much do you guys want me to take before I just...
Not a female. And then she's like, is it a transvestite? I mean, come on.
Not a girl. And I said, is she a dude acting like a girl? And he's like, no, not a chat. That's what I'm asking him. And he basically tells me that she's not a girl. And I said, is she a dude acting like a girl? And he's like, no, not that. I said, what are you trying to say? Is she a transvestite? And he's like, it doesn't matter. It's not what you think. That's what so he implied through these text messages.
I'll be honest. I don't know what the political correct term is for that. Right. And today, I don't know. So I don't know. Like he's saying we're like, no, it's not what you think. Ex-lover? Maybe.
That freaking Magnolia Sims is a transvestite. I'm like you just and then I meet her, and she has cancer and he's using her.
Well, what makes you think he's using her?
The way Granny says that. What makes you think he's using her?
Good golly, girl. So it sounds like again, he didn't take you serious. You were one of those secret lovers because this all keeps going back to
Mr.
the
Lover.
women. This all keeps going back to that. And you shouldn't really be talking about it at all. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Amen to that. Thank you. It does not matter. And I can't believe that's just a low blow to her to throw out there because she sounds like she is salty, if you will, that JLR has chosen to be serious with Magnolia. That's what it sounds like. And it doesn't sound like he was saying to her, like,
Got a
no, she's
few
not a
more
woman. She's not a man.
minutes, guys.
She's not a trans. It sounds like he was saying it's not what you think. Meaning, she's not my girlfriend. It's not what you think. Not, you know, it matters about her sexuality. That was bizarre. Betty,
And I'm
bizarre.
sorry. How much do you guys want me to take before I go off? How much? I mean, tell me, because this is about my limit before I start making waves on social media.
Sounds to me like you took a lot being that little secret lover. No, but she did imply that Heels and JR had a thing together at one point. Either she said about age difference. It was weird.
I've had it. And Jonathan is part of the problem. And I truly believe he's been playing both sides of the fences this whole time. He's got literally hundreds of troll accounts.
Both sides of the fences. Meaning what, Betty? He had you being led on, and then he had a relationship going. What do you mean both sides? Right, probably just like, you know, leave her alone. Yeah. What fences? Right, both sides of what? Right, both right. Relationship-wise, he was leading you on, but he had a girlfriend. Thank you, Gary. Did JR lead her on and then rejected her, or he just wants his private life private? Person or child, when you use the term girl, sounds like kid. Maybe he meant woman, not a random person. I think he meant it's none of your business, Betty, but it's not what you think it is. Meaning, this isn't the girlfriend. This isn't my girlfriend, because he probably knew and would leave Betty into a jealous spiral, because that's what this comes across as. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but that's how it's coming across.
He does a lot of damage to people behind the scenes. And now he's using those strategies and tactics against me to try to take my channel down or to control me by the threat of taking my channel down and the political pressure he can cause.
Oh,
Because from what I hear, Great Aunt Mary, Sugar Mama,
back to Great Aunt
apparently has
Mary.
some political power. She's obviously a millionaire in Georgia. So
Why do you know all this business, girl? You know where these ladies are located. She named a few different states now. She knows where Aunt Mary lives.
He's got hoes everywhere. Everywhere.
The man got damn side pieces. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought that? Okay? Who would have thought this man had all these women around the world like this?
Not me.
Hell, does Aunt Mary have a brother? Because I'm looking for an uncle. Okay, let me get that. Hell,
So, you know, I just keep wondering, you know, is he going to be coming after me with money?
unbreak
how
my heart. Say you'll tragically pimp with me again. Undo the damage you caused when you left me alone and walked out of my lawsuit.
Snaps. Snaps for Granny. Yes, girl.
Untie these heels. Say you'll defend me again. This hurts
Uncle
that you caused
Mary.
when you walked out the cause. Lord, bless it, Betty.
Is this going to go with Bullhorn Betty? I don't know, but
Listen, I know my singing was top notch. I should charge like you would at a concert, but my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal is available. Personal concerts can be arranged. Don't exit out because of my singing. I won't do it again.
for whatever reason, he picked this fight. I don't know why. He could have just been honest.
Honest about what, Betty? His relationships? His girlfriend? Oh, tell me this doesn't sound like a broken heart.
Not
It
to.
does.
And when I looked into it, I found out all this other information, and it's scary.
What you looked into what, Betty? His relationships?
Mm-hmm.
We have doc so many people. Burnt toast, heels in the air, and so many others coming soon and shall be public record.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't know what you mean, Anonymous, but you sound scary. All right, so she's saying she looked all into it and he should have been honest. About what? His personal relationships?
I don't know why. He could have just been honest. He chose not to. And when I looked into it, I found out all this other information, and it scares me. And I approached him about it to ask him for comment on it.
Am I to
And I think
believe?
that was
Am I to believe that Betty didn't look up JLR from the get-go? You got me fucked up, Betty. Petty Betty. You know you looked him up. You know his whole history. Cut that shit.
just yesterday, the day before, and then today my channel's gone.
Here we go. We get to it. Now we're getting to the juice that no other than Chasen said we would get to. We are chasing JR's chasing waterfalls.
Oh my God.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
And Betty's like, please stick to the one that you used to. Thank you, Kaz. Thank you very much. So it's probably $2 to shut up, but you know. All right, here we
I
go.
got hit with one strike yesterday, and then today I get hit with another one. Very strategic, just enough to make my channel go down.
Betty, here's your strike. It was by Cure with the help of SF Investigates.
There it
You
is.
threatened a woman, then you used her personal videos as your own. You re-uploaded them.
Sure
That
did.
is what the strike was for. All this other stuff you did was for nothing.
Not a thing.
So,
Her heart. So she turned around.
ALR, you got some explaining to do, buddy. And you can
Yes. Who else thinks that JR broke her heart? So she turned around. She dug in to find out who his women were. And when she found out who his women were, she claims to come across these other things, but it took for him to have a woman that he's claiming for you to let go of all these secrets. Who agrees with me? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's what happened. If you think that Betty found out about Magnolia, got salty about it for whatever reason.
I put a 1
You
in
don't think
chat.
so? I
just
do.
so y'all
Turned
know.
around, started digging to find out the information on this girl, this woman, and maybe came across other things. I doubt it. But enough for her. All right, lots of ones. You guys agree. We were singing up in this bitch, Jason. It was a full-blown concert. Numbers dropped. I apologize. They're back. I'm done. No more singing. You think something else? And Southern Princess agrees. Okay, she thinks something else too. Independent thinker is like, I don't know. Has anyone ever... Yes. Could you show the email? How much info does it show? Does it say specifics? Let me check. That's for music. Yes, it tells you. And that's what happened with me. This person struck me. I got it either right here when I have videos.
They're just talking about
And
the
if you
strike
About
right
it,
now.
you cowered out. You won't respond. I even told you that this is serious.
You asked him about his moderator. Did we jump? Did she tell us somewhere else? Because last I heard, you were asking about his moderator.
And you think going behind the scenes and taking my main channel out is going to keep me? I got 172 people in here, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people that click this. If you really want to get silent, I don't think that that's what the result you got by coming after my channel. I just want to let you know. I don't think that's the result that you got from coming after my channel.
We're almost
I'm going to
done,
ask you one more
guys.
time, Jonathan. You need to stand down and don't bother me again. And I know I've been texting you because I know that's what he's going to say. Because I've been asking him. Oh, I've been blowing it up, asking him all these questions.
Well, that's you can't really go and you know keep texting a guy and say leave me alone.
Leave me alone and blow his phone up.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, Timmy Taylor, your need to appear. So let me tell you something. It is not happen. Let's stop it because you're nitpicking the facts. Help me try to publicly get out of that to now try to use that against me. What I'm saying. Ask all the questions.
Let's see here. All these questions.
What questions, Betty?
My
Tell
last
us.
one was this is me burning down the house.
Oh,
fuck you.
I'm done.
Burning down the house.
I don't care who doesn't believe me. I don't care. I don't care. Learn it for yourself. Anybody that spends any significant time around this man gets burned. And that's all there is to it. And let you be a lady. Oh, he'll use you up for a good time. Right? He'll use
ooh, there it goes, Betty. He'll use you up for a good time. She feels used.
That's not good.
Hey, girl, you want one of these media hats?
Y'all hear?
Hey, girl, you want one of these media hats? JLR's out there being a player.
Player.
She feels used. It doesn't sound like you're afraid. If you were giving the man a heads up that you're going to burn it down.
for your money. He'll use you up for your creativity. He will use you up to get him where he needs to go, his plateau. And then he does the flipperoo. He will start working to destroy you behind the scenes, especially if you start asking questions. So ladies.
Oh, Betty. Right, Swing Day, she did say that. If you want to pay for a lot of tinting, Jared, wash his hands up for a long time ago.
Like,
She'll tip for a show.
Who the fuck cares about a lie detector?
I say ladies plural.
Plural.
Start asking him those questions. Now would be a great time because all you ladies probably are all hanging out with each other.
Hey, don't go in the house. All you ladies probably hanging out with each other. So whose face were you smiling at, Betty? Well, going in the back, huh? Because it sounds like you know something. It's still a piece of poop. And they both, well, you know, poop. Yeah, that's true.
Smiling in each other's face and are never even the wiser. And he's sitting over in the corner looking at all you, just enjoying the view.
Well, he should. He's a single man. Again, he's not married. I mean, come on, he's not married. You know, just because you thought he was going to grow up to be something better. I just
want to let you know. That's how sick and twisted he is.
That doesn't make him sick and twisted. How does that make him sick and twisted? I mean, unless they're asking and he's not telling.
It is just
glad you're enjoying it, world
utterly
peace.
insane. So JLR, I hope you got the result you wanted by taking my channel for 7 days.
It wasn't even him.
Keep kidding me? There's only so many
does, Granny.
videos you can do, right? Eventually it'll end up rolling out.
Ooh, it wasn't even him that got the strikes. Yeah. By the way, I drive a 2017 Hyundai Accent. Okay.
I drive a
next time you're in a chat staring at me when I'm doing my streams, you want to
2016 Hyundai Tucson.
Say I drive a broke down car. It's not.
Yeah,
but
kiss her
it is
ass.
People like you that keep me in business. So thank you for commenting.
That's right. Fuck you,
with
ho.
under 60,000.
You have no earthly idea. You literally have no idea.
Mercedes in the house.
And I'm happy to take
I wouldn't even want a Mercedes. They cost too much. And it's a 26. We go live. I don't think he'll go live. I think he knows that she wants him to go live. She wants the attention. Yeah, compared to his thousands, that was embarrassing. Well, it's a Hyundai. I said it wrong. It's not a Honda. It's a Hyundai. Family's always driven Hyundais. They're nice cars. I find it bizarre that another creator's talking about what I possibly drive for a living. And, you know, a car's a car. If it has 4 wheels and it gets you somewhere safely, that's all it needs.
That's right.
It's not a Civic, but
Fucking
like I said, a car's a car.
haters.
You know what I mean? He won't go live. He won't go live about it. No, I know. I didn't say you said I drove first. I'm just letting you know it's not
He'll
a shitty
do
car. It's
shit
actually
in
a
the
very nice car.
background.
Oh, did I say 2017 and 2016? Well, was it 2016? 2016.
Oh, I have a 2016 too.
Do I have to pull out my car manual? 17 and then 2016. So I got it. It is, you know, that's my point, right? Like a car's a car. They don't know where to look. And some of these towns around here, you have about if my car's shitty or not. That is very bizarre, LA. For those of you who sat in that chat, so yeah, what kind of car, right? What kind of car Granny drives is important. Exactly. Less Florida has to do with the towns. But yeah, so
Granny went on a rant about the cars.
I allowed mine to expire over the new year. And
Take it. I'm happy to take a polygraph test. I have no problem. Anybody wants to pay for it? I live in Manatee County. Find one in Manatee County or Sarasota. Give them a list of questions. I pay for it. I will go down and answer the questions. And you can have the
Nobody's
results.
invested
how
enough.
much do you guys think that would cost?
A lie detector test.
So a lie detector is about $700 in Florida.
Jesus.
What kind of questions are we asking, Betty? Didn't MGL kind of get pushed out because JLR didn't like the fact MGL had a loud mouth? So I asked JLR about that, and he said he would never. He did claim Betty as a friend. He said Betty's his friend. He said Molly's not somebody he would ever hang out with. He did not really, he had nothing bad to say about Betty. He claimed you, Betty. Questions we're asking. Did I get arrested with no pants on? Me? No, I've never been arrested without pants on.
I've got nothing to hide.
Lover. Oh, I was going to say.
Kill me anyways. They're not.
So put that on the lie detector test, Betty. Were you arrested without pants on?
Yes,
Let's make a
she
list of
was.
questions, guys.
You know what? It seems like he's going for people that are down on their luck. Married women.
See, again, she's not giving warning. Right, almost killed her. Right, the dramatics. She's not giving warning about what to like as creators or people or women. She's giving warning that to look out for these particular things, like relationship wise, not friendship wise. Betty with no pants on. All right, so he her warning.
Yes, she really was,
I would
Granny.
say stay the hell away from him.
I've read the report
It
once.
seems like he's going for people that are down on their luck. Married women.
The officer said a crazy lady. Well, he didn't say a crazy lady, but you know what I'm saying. He said he came upon Andra running down the road pantsless.
Those are the ones that keep the quietest.
It was in his report.
So again, and I got to tell you, Aunt Mary's not the only rich broad either. So if you ain't got money, you definitely ain't being claimed. So,
woo!
FYI, just
You come across very jaded.
She does.
Now, I ain't saying she's a gold digger. Don't get me in trouble.
My God.
Fucking felonies, all right? Don't get me in trouble. So he cheated on her. Is this what anybody else is picking up here? Listen to it. Betty, you sound like JR's going to end up on another one of those X's on the with a police report, huh?
Aunt Mary's not the only rich broad either. So if you ain't got money, you definitely ain't being. A funny feeling that this is going to get really ugly. I don't know how ugly it's going to get, but I have to believe that he's going to try to come after me with everything that he has.
With all those women's, Granny, Betty don't want romance. Hold on, moderator's yelling at us. Granny, Betty don't want romance. She wants status, power, influence, intimidation, and skill. She had that with JLR. Without his protection, she realized she has no control of it. Granny.
That's
I agree.
true.
I think she was
I agree with
insulted
that.
when she found out that Magnolia was higher up on the chain.
And JLR didn't get her or didn't do for her what she expected. Like the fact that he didn't even acknowledge her at the Murdaugh sentencing thing, like that was enough to send her over the edge,
right?
Obviously.
I think that's what happens.
Free weapon, politically or otherwise, that he has. He's not gonna, I don't think he's going to do, physical damage to me. Like he's going to hurt me physically. I would think that if he wanted to do that, he would have done that by now.
Well, Betty, at one point you told us all that you were sound of mind. You're not going to harm yourself. The next point you told us that you warned family and friends in case anything happens. Now you're telling us you're not scared. I do the same thing, moderator.
But I am concerned for my safety and well-being. I don't know how else to put it than that. And take it for what you will. I don't know what to say. If people are probably going to analyze this and try to say that I'm lying or making it up or do whatever you got to do. I don't care. At this point, just get the information out there. Somebody will see it. If you have to tear me up to get it out there, then tear me up to get it out there.
I'm glad you understand, Betty, because this isn't personal. And I think you know that. I think when it comes to me, it's not personal. I'm not a Betty hater. I'm not a any of those things. What I am is understanding, and I try to be fair on things. And I'm trying to be fair when I say that you come across as a jaded lover.
Okay.
Hello.
So this is when she has someone join her panel, and the panel got really, really good from here on out. So I'm going to drop the link, but the live went for 4 more hours, I think 3.5, 4 more hours. And they talked about a bunch of different things, but it was very interesting. So if you want to see it, here's the link for it. We're going to cut that one right there. And I'm going to share, because I do have the whole recording of Betty unlisted. Not 4 more hours of bullhorn, 4 more hours of just really in-depth discussions. It was really good. It got me through my work afternoon, so that was great. But here is the link to my unlisted video. Listen, don't be no hating ass bitches, because I was doing dishes and loading the washer and dryer, and I was doing all this shit in the background while I had this sitting on my island recording. So if you listen to it, you're going to hear pots and pans a little bit. Every now and then you'll hear something. You might hear my dog run across the kitchen floor with his little nails like, but get over it. If you want to watch the video, there it is. So we're going to pick up kind of like, I think this is right where she left off. And then we'll be done for the night.
All to keep your stupid secret. Now you're financially hurting me to keep your secret. I didn't start this. You did. I'm not the one playing these people. You are. All right. So anyways, what would you guys like to talk about? I took an hour to slam a few guys that are coming after me, both that are liars, both that are that don't know how to follow the law. You know, I put an end to the hate. I don't know what they're doing. All I'm going to say is that she financially supports him. He sneaks. I know for a fact because he's told me about going out to the woods with her before. So it's like, you know, sweet Aunt Mary is meeting him in a cabin in the woods. I don't know what they're doing in the cabin in the woods. I just know it's not his aunt. And they are both privately sneaking off to a cabin in the woods several times a year. Meanwhile, he's living in her house. And every time he has automobile problems, he calls her and she's the one that pays for his car issues. And
yeah, Grandma, like, because she did seem like she was done talking about it. But I had listened to it when I was driving that morning. And so I knew that she actually continued to talk about it. So as soon as I got home in a almost quiet space, I mean, as quiet as possible, I set that shit up on record and I put it on 2X. So her hour-long video actually was only 30 minutes. So, I mean, it worked out because like 5 minutes later, she deleted it.
And, you know, oh yeah, let's not forget this. Even JLR's channel, all his account information is in Great Aunt Mary. He's not claiming his channel as his income. Forgot about that detail too. Yeah, if you did a public, if you were suing him, for example, and you decided to do a subpoena for Google,
hold on. Did I call Granny Grandma? Did I? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I did, Granny. Oh Lord, I'm sorry.
We find somebody else's name on that account, or somebody else's. Let me say this: his name's on the account with the wrong social security number.
My bad. My bad.
His account number,
Granny.
his banking account number is Aunt Mary's banking account. So Aunt Mary gets the money, and I think that's because I think he's on disability as well. So he can't really have income. Now can he? Should we burn down the house again?
No.
Maybe it's the fact that his driver's license is to a different property than the one he actually resides in. There's also that as well. So there's a lot of kinky stuff going on, which I really honestly thought I would stay silent after you trying to come after my channel. Like what?
Well, I guess that's just going to be your nickname for me, Granny. I'm just going to automatically call you Grandma since that's what I've been doing apparently the whole time. I'm so sorry.
Dick. What a dick.
What a dick. What a dick.
I hope you enjoyed the bomb you threw in my lap and the grenade you threw in my lap and the bomb I just threw in yours. I don't know how you thought this was going to keep me silent, JLR. I really don't. I don't do intimidation. You, of all people, have stood by me for a really long time. And no, I do not act well when I'm intimidated. I get up and I fight like hell. If you haven't noticed, you will not intimidate me and you will not silence me. And if you want to keep coming after me, that's fine. If you want to dance, we'll dance. I don't have a problem taking your ass to court either. And then we can really get it all on the record. If you really want to, JLR. Let's see whose legal mind is better, shall we? Because I guarantee you, even that 10 years in jail, I bet you I will walk you like a fucking dog in court.
Ooh. She said she's gonna walk you like a fucking dog.
I'm done. Okay, that's my one and done. Y'all animals, tear it apart. Calling all hyenas. Calling all cockroaches.
What did she just say?
Okay, that's my one and done. Y'all animals, tear it apart. Calling all hyenas.
Calling all. Mm.
I'm done. Okay, that's my one and done. Y'all animals, tear it apart. Call it all hyenas.
I'm sorry.
Calling all cockroaches. Calling all jellyfish. By all means, you love Bash and Betty. I just gave you guys a lot of stuff you guys could be running with to make yourself a heck of a lot of money. Get working. Get working.
Jeez.
Clip, clip, baby. Clip, clip, clip. And
Clip, clip, clip. I did. Granny did too.
you know what? As a matter of fact, if some of you guys want to start calling the FBI, go ahead and start doing all that too.
Whoa. That took a hard left. What?
Because I'm telling you, there's something here. And I'm done playing with that little boy.
Uh-oh, little boy.
And I mean little.
Oh. She said, and I mean little.
Doing all that too. Because I'm telling you, there's something here. And I'm done playing with that little boy. And I mean little.
Wow, let's slow that down one more time. Oh.
All right, guys. You guys take. And I'm done playing with that little boy. And I mean little. All right, guys.
How would you know, Betty? How would you know? Well, then.
JLR's out there being a player. He got hoes in different area codes. Area codes.
If there's anything that we learned during this stream, it is that JLR does have hoes in different area codes.
He got hoes in different area codes. Area codes. He got hoes.
I got hoes. I got hoes in different area codes. Area codes. Hoes.
Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for being here. This is the end of the stream. I'm going to call it a night and go take care of some business that I got to take care of. I will catch y'all on the flip side. Love ya. Bye.
No. Oh,